Warning, what you are about to see may cause laughter, excitement, or arousal. Please proceed with caution.
Courtney's on the way, get ready to play. Laugh the night away, yeah, she's here to stay. Fun will never end, with Courtney as a friend. On her we depend, our joy she will send. Courtney's coming soon, underneath the moon. We'll all sing a tune in the afternoon. Time to laugh and cheer, when Courtney's finally near. We will have no fear, happiness so clear. She's the best around, lifts us off the ground. Never feeling down, in joy we are bound. Courtney's coming soon, underneath the moon. We'll all sing a tune in the afternoon.
Hello. You guys, I didn't even test my mic to make sure that it was working. I just, I said, you know what? Let's just go for it. Anyway, let me fumble around with everything still. I think I might actually need this. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Anyway. Hello. It's good? Okay. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Saw is here. Hello. Tommy Walker is here. Hello. Push-ups is here. Hello. Okay. Now. Let me see here. I was trying to sort something else out and well, you know what? Oh, well. I guess I'm just going to have to not sort that out while we're doing this. Hi, everybody. It feels like it's been forever. And I just realized that I forgot to turn my fan on. So I might, it's the 14th already. I know. Leave it to me. I could have sworn, like when I was setting that up too, like I was looking right at the date that I wanted, but apparently I wasn't. So, oh well. And then Sam pointed it out and I was like, oh, whew, all right. So I was like, I got to change that. And then I forgot to change it until this morning. Guess where my parents decided to go on vacation? Zanzibar. I'm trying to think, like, do I get a hint? Are you going to give me a hint? Kato Kalin is here? Kato Kalin, you know what? If only you were the real Kato Kalin, I would be like, oh my God, I need to interview you. I have so many questions. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. Zoomcool. Hello. Hi. Oh, you know what, Zoomcool? I need to message you. I keep forgetting. Everything. By the way, Cricket's dental surgery, which was supposed to be October 21st, I got a call this morning from the vet, and they let me know that there was a cancellation for tomorrow. Another patient canceled their pets, whatever, I guess some type of similar procedure. And so Cricket's going in tomorrow morning for her dental surgery. And then, I mean, I don't even know if it's actually going to be surgery. Because it's going to be like it's essentially going to be a regular cleaning, and she might have to have some teeth pulled, but then they might also have to do work on her jaw where that, like, whatever swelling was happening. So I keep just saying dental surgery, but to be honest, I don't know if it's going to end up being surgery. I'm crossing my fingers that it's just going to be a cleaning. Hello, symbolic mind. Good to see you. I realized that I haven't worn this shirt in a while, and it's definitely a fan favorite, if you will. But yeah, where's the word? Oh, Florida. Whoops. That's what happens when you don't follow Frankie McDonald, though. I bet you they could have predicted it, could have figured it out. They could have known. They would have known beforehand, and they would have decided on a different location. Oh, buddy. All right. Oh, and Sonic, I almost completely skipped you. Hello. Good to see you. All right, you guys, listen, here's the deal. We haven't read Ted Kaczynski's book in a while. Well, push-ups, so excuse me. Your parents aren't going to just go there then, right? Like, are they discussing anything with anybody about maybe just switching a flight to somewhere else? Maybe I mean, hopefully they have, because that would be insane if they're just like, nah, whatever. We'll go to Florida to experience the hurricane, and then they're there right now, and they're not leaving. I feel like a week ago we already knew. You probably don't want to really be there. I mean, what do I know? On record, I voted for Vaderbuck. Here's the thing. I did too. Because right now I'm just gonna tell you we're on page 25, 20, I think 24 actually. And there are 123 pages in this book. Okay, we should have been done by now. Oh, but no. So anyway, does anyone remember what happened last time we read this book? Because I don't. I remember. I just said I don't remember, and now I'm going to tell you what I remember. So what I remember is we were talking about the power process and how there were 4 things. And of course, the only one I remember is autonomy, but that one was like less important than the rest of it, right? But I think it was like setting a goal, right? Setting a goal and then having 3 most clear. Okay, yeah, effort and attainment of goal. Oh, wait, there's goal, effort, and attainment of goal. And he says that's 3. Those are 3 things. So effort, okay, a goal, effort towards the goal, and then attaining the goal. Okay, so those are the 3 things in a power process. And then there's autonomy, which isn't as isn't always a factor. And so he was basically saying that in the power process, essentially, like, if somebody has a goal, but they don't have to put any effort towards achieving that goal, but they achieve it anyway, like they become very lazy. He really hated those people. Then what else? I don't know if I should ask this or not, but do we need to reread some of it? Do we need to start over? Throw us off and start in the middle of a sentence. That would be something I would do on accident, push-ups. So there's that. Did we get to the place where he mentions darkies? We were talking about how, well, I feel like that was a little bit earlier, but there was that part where he was talking about how like white liberals really want to essentially force Black people to like be executives when that's not what they're. Oh, he literally uses the word. No. Uh-oh. I feel like we would know when we get to that point, because I would go, I don't want to say that word. Hold on a second. I think I need one more light going. Or does it even matter? Because there's shadowing happening. One second. No, don't start over. It took us forever to get here. I know. Okay, one second. Hold on. I thought I wasn't going to make it. Wait. I guess I didn't make it. Anyway. All right. Now, here's the deal. Let's see here. What else? Now stop yapping and read boob. I don't even know what the hell that means, push-ups. Anyway, boob read. Yes. Oh my God, this is amazing. You guys are, oh, this is funny. Okay. Let's pick up. Let's just get to it. And you know what? If there's stuff that I remember that happened, I'll just mention it as we go. All right. Disruption of the power process in modern society. We divide human drives into 3 groups. 1, those drives that can be satisfied with minimal effort. Okay. 2, those that can be satisfied but only at the cost of serious effort. 3, those that cannot be adequately satisfied no matter how much effort one makes. Okay, this definitely feels like he's kind of repeating what he already said. I mean, listen, I don't want to complain about it too much because I already have, but all right, let's go. Let's keep going. The power process is the process of satisfying the drive of the second group. Second group being those that can be satisfied adequately, those that can be satisfied, but only at the cost of serious effort. Okay. The more drives there are in the third group, the more there is frustration, anger, eventually defeatism, depression, etc. All right. Well, I mean, and that makes sense. Like if you, if you can't ever be satisfied, you're going to be, you're just miserable. Anyway, in modern industrial society, natural human drives tend to be pushed into the first and third groups, and the second group tends to consist increasingly of artificially created drives. Okay, I feel like I'm going through one of those moments where like you read something and then you're not like really retaining the information. I feel like I have to kind of reread it, so I apologize. I'm having a hard time like. Not all of my cylinders are going. Yes, we're not reading it again. We're trying to finish reading it. Oh man, all right. All right. In modern industrial society, human drives tend to be pushed into the first and third group. Second group tends to consist increasingly of artificial created drives. In primitive societies, physical necessities generally fall into group 2. They can be obtained, but only at the cost of serious effort. But modern society tends to guarantee. He spelled guarantee wrong. Well, I feel like, okay, so he spelled it Guaranty, and I feel like that's like that's part of like if you're purchasing something like with a warranty and stuff. I don't know, because it's supposed to be with an EE at the end. Anyway, what? Okay. Modern society tends to guarantee the physical necessities to everyone in exchange for only minimal effort. Hence, physical needs are pushed into group 1. There may be disagreement about whether the effort needed to hold a job is minimal, but usually in lower to middle level jobs, whatever effort is required is merely that of obedience. Well, yeah, that's true. You sit or stand where you are told to sit or stand and do what you are told to do in the way that you are told to do it. Seldom do you have to exert yourself seriously. And in any case, you have hardly any autonomy in work. Yeah. So that the need for the power process is not well served. Typewriter, maybe. Well, yeah, I don't know if he had spell check or anything going on. So there is that. All right. In short, it means an assurance of the future payment of another person's debt. Yes. Okay. Thus, a guarantee clause would involve 3 parties. Okay. Oh, well, and so let's see here. But modern society tends to guarantee the physical necessities to everyone. Okay. So this might actually make sense then. I love this. Little learning lesson we're having here. Okay, so because what he's saying is, because of the physical necessities that is an exchange, it's what? It's almost as if like it's also a payment. Because there is okay. All right. Yeah. I suppose I subscribe to NPC theory, so he loses me on people aren't satisfying their power process. Like boo-hoo. Transactional. Thank you. Yes. Transactional. Yeah, I feel like what he says makes sense. Like, cause you can see how, if somebody is not like putting forth a lot of effort towards, achieving a goal, they can become, very lazy, and they might even have, characteristics or not characteristics, but they might start developing, a mental illness of sorts or whatever. which can then start leading to what he previously talked about, where what he was categorizing leftists as, right? Where he was, saying that there's a lot of victimhood there. There's what else was he saying? Victimhood was the one that stood out to me the most. But so I guess it kind of it makes sense. It's just he's going on and on and on and on and on and on about it, right? Like he's talking about it a lot. And so I mean, if it bothers him where to the point where he does it, like even if somebody, doesn't have to put forth, doesn't have to put forth like a lot of effort to achieve a goal, but they still maintain like a positive attitude and they're still like, contributing to society and all that. And they're not creating, they're not, standing in front of cars in the middle of traffic just to protest something very stupid. But he's still complaining that they're not fulfilling the power process. That is annoying. I mean, the thing is like I feel like he just hasn't gotten to a point regarding this whole power process and like what it's actually like done, He's explaining the power process, but he's really not telling us why he needs to explain it so much. Oh, I just realized we need music. Or do we? I don't know. All right. Here we go. Anything else important that we need to talk about? Why don't you go marry him then? He did a couple of streams recently. You didn't watch them? Why not? What was the thing? Explaining it so much because he had nothing else to do in prison. Here's the thing. This was what got him locked up. So, symbolic mind, fun fact. Why can't you super chat? Because YouTube says I don't deserve it yet. I don't have enough subscribers or watch hours. I've only been doing this a few weeks, Eric. But thank you. I appreciate. Well, I do actually have. I mean, if burp, I do have Venmo and PayPal and Cash App that I normally post in here, but I just didn't today. But symbolic mind. So here's the thing. The history behind Mr. Kaczynski here. He wrote this manifesto while he was making bombs that don't work, and living in his cabin with like no electricity, no running water or nothing. So what had happened was he wanted to, go off the grid, and he was fine being off the grid. But then he was he was trying to just enjoy himself in the middle of nowhere, and he saw like condos being built and was like, what the fuck? He got real pissed and he wrote this, and then he got real pissed and he started sending bombs, and then he wrote this like in between stints, because it went on for like, it was like off and on for a while there. And then when he wrote this and he sent it off to he actually sent it to police. So this wasn't even like a book. Like I don't even know if he actually typed it ever. I think he wrote it and then he sent it to police. It was released to the public, and his dumb sister-in-law, I'm sorry, this kind of bothers me. His sister-in-law, who had never met him, or I think she like met him once or something like that. So he's estranged from his family. His brother didn't like fully remember, like didn't have like a close relationship with him. I mean, obviously, because like his wife didn't even really like know his brother, right? But she read it and was like, there are some words in here that I feel like Theodore might use or something. And I don't know, it just seems like kind of the way he talks, maybe. Maybe you should read it and see. He read it and was like, the brother was like, oh, yeah, that's him. That's my brother. And then he freaking ratted him out. Like, here's the thing. I don't agree with what Ted did. Like, I agree with like his points on technology and how like technology is trying to essentially going to ruin humanity. But I just feel like that's your brother. Like, wouldn't you want to go and just talk to him and be like, listen, here's the deal. What you did was like really illegal. If this was you, I don't know if it's you. You didn't tell me if it's you. I'm just guessing. So I just want, if this is you, what you did was real bad. And you need to stop doing this, please. Right? Like, I would be like, listen, I'll do whatever I can to help you get like back to normal. Like, maybe we can find another cabin somewhere that's like not ever gonna be destroyed. Maybe, I don't know, we can figure something out. Like, maybe we just need to get you like a big property. I mean, dude, he could have come out here to the peninsula in Washington State. There are over by like Vampire Land over there. Okay, there's like a huge stretch of just the woods. Okay, and I know this because my cousins own part of it, and that's the thing, is like my cousin owns part of it. Like, so guess what? Government's not doing shit to that unless my cousin's signing papers, right? So let's, at that point in time, dude, back in the 80s, 90s, hey, Ted, he would have had a lot of land out there. Let's just get you that land. You're only going to know the neighbor across the street. I don't even remember that guy's name. But and the street is a 2-lane road that people go like 15 miles an hour on or something. It's, the closest grocery store is a tiny convenience store with a dog that's missing an eye, wanders around and barks at you. You can't don't pet him. But like it's a very small town. The only person around there that you're gonna know doesn't even really feel like bothering you at all, because it's kind of actually hard to get into that part of the woods for him. He doesn't want to break his leg anyway. That's your family, and granted, like, doing something like that is very, very, very wrong, but man, can you at least sit down and talk to him before you freaking rat him out? Like something, like, come on, dude. So obviously, as a sister, and also he didn't even know for sure if it was him, is the thing. Like, he didn't even know for sure. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not saying shit to anybody if I don't know for sure about anything. Remember, Courtney, how do we know there were really any casualties? Very true. Worst brother ever. Yeah. He's like the exact opposite of my brother. My brother got me 2 dogs. Ashley's here. Hello. We're on page, I think, 26 now. Nope, that's still on 25. Of Ted's manifesto. Well, the sister-in-law is the one who read the manifesto first, and she told the brother, she told her husband, like, I think this might be Ted. And he was like, what? And then she read it and was like, or he read it and was like, I think that's him. So it was like, she was the one that like had a hunch. But yeah, like, holy moly. Why? Why? Like, they didn't even know for sure. They just, ratted him out anyway. I mean, wonder how long it took her to read it. Probably less than 3 weeks. And we're about to be working on 4 in a minute here. We're keep this. Oh crap! Wait, I don't know. Never mind. I have a moral dilemma. I have TSA pre-check and my husband doesn't. What do we do at the airport? Pfft, will TSA even notice if you don't cooperate? Like, will they notice? Yeah, hunch about a guy that she met once. Yeah, like I don't even know how many times that they actually met. Yeah, she convinced because she basically like convinced him that it was him. I mean, granted, like I guess they were right, but I mean that's like listening to a psychic, right? Like So that goes back to what Sam was saying about like, do we really even know about any of that stuff? Like if it was it real or not? Because like, I mean, let's be real. They were saying like he sent out like all these different bombs. I actually found a chart. Should we look up the chart of like where he sent them all? Because he sent all them out, and then he I hate saying this because like it's taken wrong when I say it, like, but you know, 3 people passed away, but compared to all the other bombs he sent out, most of them were just like a Jack in the Box with confetti. Like just like, and I think that there was even like there were notes on there, the pieces of like shrapnel that said stuff like not haha gotcha bitch, but basically like tell him Ted was here type stuff. Like, yep, Ted gotcha. But he had a special name. There was a special name, and it was the special name was meant to sound like it was a group of people. So like when he says we in the book, it's kind of like similar to like this, whatever this is. It makes you wonder, like, did he actually have friends around? Like, was this like more than just him and he just was a good friend and didn't rat anybody out like his fucking brother did? Oh yeah, there's a chart. If you want to look up the chart, we're never going to finish this book. Oh man, this is really funny. You guys, I don't have a mouse pad. I just thought I'd tell you that. All right, let's see here. Boop, boop. This is really funny. I pulled up my Google Docs to look at like see if there's any like topics or anything that I want to bring up, and I'm almost there. I didn't even actually click on the topics yet. It's just waiting. I didn't even click on the list that I had going. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's see here. So, Ted, let's use Google so we can be put on another list, huh? I bet you Brave actually probably has Brave might have a better. I always flip flop with Google, between Google and Brave, because I do feel like if I'm it just depends on like what I'm trying to find, you know, like what I'm looking for. Ted Kaczynski. Let's see here. Where did Ted Kaczynski send his bombs? You guys, I spelled Ted Kaczynski's name right, but it took me 3 times to spell bomb correctly. So. Let's see. This. Oh, this isn't. The one that I saw was like. Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah, no, wait a minute. What order is this supposed to be in? Because the one I originally saw was like, it mentioned that in June of 1985, he sent one to Boeing. I was like, oh my. It was the Boeing, like, Boeing in Washington State. And I was like, oh my God, I was almost on my way out of the womb. Okay, well, I don't think Brave is going to do it for me after all. His letters have been auctioned off for quite a bit of money. Wow. Here's the thing. Like, I would be hi Cold C. I'm glad you made it. We've only read through like 2 or 3 paragraphs of the book. Now we're talking about trying to find the bombs that good old Teddy K sent. Let's see here. Last night on Simpcast, Ari mentioned like that weird story of that dude that slept with a sex worker while he was married, and the sex worker and her husband extorted him, and so he murdered them. I think he hired someone to murder them. I was trying to Google that and I couldn't word it very well, and now I've got weird stuff coming up. Anyway, where did Ted Kaczynski send? Oh, there it is. Yeah, plenty of people Google this stuff. See? Okay. Oh, okay. I think we are. What did you hear about him being a victim of MK Ultra? Oh, girl. Oh, yes. Ted Kaczynski is one of those that I have been very, very fascinated with. And now when it comes to MK Ultra, that's a whole nother can of beans, man. Let's see here. There was so All right, so let's see here. Alrighty. Northwestern University. Can you guys see that? I feel like it's not. Like, I know it's showing on the screen, but I feel like it's. Showing up kind of weird. Oh, you're sending me something? Chris, on which? Let's see here. I have too many tabs open now. Help. Okay. All right. Well, I've got stuff open. Okay. So here we go. I hope you guys can see that. You can see it all right? Yeah. Yes. We're going. All right. May 25th, 1978, Northwestern University. So that's in Chicago, right? Northwestern University. Detonation. Yes. So, but then you see here, minor cuts and burns. Terry Marker, John Harris. Now the psychological damage that caused is probably pretty awful, but not dead. Minor cuts and burns. So who knows? Probably had a Band-Aid. Good to go. Now, November 15th, 1979. Oh, and it says right here, the state in Illinois. Yep. American Airlines Flight 444 from Chicago to Washington, D.C. Explosion occurred mid-flight. Now, this is what I want to know. I need to know the details. Like, what did he... Like, how did he get it on there? Was this like a package? I don't know. 12 passengers were affected, and it was non-lethal smoke inhalation. So yeah, I want to know more details about that, about those ones. Let's see here. June 10th, 1980. Also in Illinois, Percy Wood. Lake Forest. Oh, that's a pretty building. Okay, president of United Airlines. Severe cuts and burns over most of body and face. That's awful. That's actually really awful. I mean, it sounds to me like he was probably disfigured a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because there were some that were actually like permanently disfigured. There were people that were missing, like they lost their hearing long term. I can't remember if it was permanent, but it was long term. Like, so there are some, like, so when I say, you know, when I minimize it, I'm like, only 3 people died. Like at the end of the day, there's a lot of significant injuries that these people experienced. Here it is. The Boeing Company in Auburn. The bomb diffused. No one was affected. He boarded the plane, set his bag down, and then told them he left the stove on and had to get home. Did he do that on every single one? I saw a documentary where someone lost their arm. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I know when I minimize it, I'm like, only 3 people died. Well, there are actually, like, as we go through this, we're going to actually see some disfigurement. It's actually really upsetting. July 2nd, 1982. Wait. So I just skipped over a bunch. No surprise. I don't know if I took it seriously. I mean, I definitely was like, there's no way, because he did this multiple times. And I don't really, I don't see that like fully. I don't know. Anyway, listen, make it more believable. How about that? Ooh, symbolic mind. That's actually a great question. That'll be a really good rabbit hole to dive down soon. Okay. Let's see here. Because to be like, we're never going to read this book, are we? I have to write this down. But remember the McDonald's case? Remember how let's see, hold on. What laws were passed because of Ted Kaczynski? Okay. Because the McDonald's case. So remember that? Remember how like the woman who was like 77 or something like that, she spilled coffee on her lap and she was burned a lot, like real bad. Well, she had to go to the hospital because of it. So she sued McDonald's for $20,000 just to cover her hospital bills and time missed at work. That was it. Well, they decided that they were going to go on a media smear campaign, saying that this was a frivolous lawsuit, and the government was actually funding this. The government was like in full support of this. I think did they help fund it? There was something going on with the government being involved in it because they wanted to pass laws regarding frivolous lawsuits. So look up the photos. It's that bad. It was awful. And so like they were trying to say that she was just driving down the road with the coffee in her lap and was like trying to put creamer in her coffee while she was driving. Her son was driving. The thing is that like they knew that the son was driving. He was the one who pulled up to the drive-thru and placed the order. And they just parked in a parking spot at McDonald's and when she opened the lid, and what she was doing, like, yeah, it most likely caused a bit of splashing because she like popped the lid off and it was like supported between like her thighs, right? So yeah, that's going to cause a little bit of splashing, but that tiny amount of splash on her legs caused so much pain that she had to get out of the car and take her clothes off and get into the back seat and lay down. Like, it wasn't that she messed up and dumped her coffee all over her. Like, it was that they the minor splashing that happened that got on her clothes. Because I've had like a hot liquid that was like a more normal temperature spill on me, and that caused a lot of pain. It didn't cause any like injury or anything, but I can imagine the amount of pain that she was in that moment, just based on an experience that I've had with hot liquid. I don't even know if it was coffee, but hot liquid spilling on me. So perhaps he's the reason why TSA asks you if anyone asked you to transport something for them. Maybe. I don't know why that was I don't know why I feel like that was something that was Osama bin Laden related. I feel like that was like a Middle East thing, but I don't know. Let's see here. So the good news is, you guys, by the way, this is all on Wikipedia. So not that hard to find, as I originally thought it was going to be. But let's see here. Yeah, May 5th, 1982, Tennessee, Vanderbilt University. So these were everything that he sent out. I want to know, now I'm curious though. I just want to know the number. So James McConnell, he experienced temporary hearing loss. Niklaus Swino, burns and shrapnel. So Hugh Scruton, like, he passed away. That's really awful. See, like, when you look at it from this perspective of like, oh gosh, now here's this person, February 20th, 1987, Gary Wright, he's a computer store owner. He has severe damage to his left arm. Like, that sucks, because how long did that last for him? Was that forever? Charles Epstein, questionable name though. Severe damage to both eardrums with partial hearing loss and loss of 3 fingers. Like, that's awful. Loss of 3 fingers. That's actually, I hate that. I would I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do if I lost some of my fingers. Because, like, also, is it 3 fingers off of one hand? That's extra awful. Hi, Chunga. Hi, cute baby. The dogs are being really cute right now. Hi, Penelope. Okay, see you later. All right, they're not being that cute anymore. Now I hate them because I just wanted to walk by and say hello and then leave. Rude. Bunch of jerks. Okay, let's see here. I want to know. A series of increasingly sophisticated. Do I have to go through and count all these myself? I want to know, because it says killed 3 people, injured 23 others. Okay. So now, he purposely left misleading clues in the devices and took extreme care in preparing them to avoid leaving fingerprints. Fingerprints found on some of the devices did not match those found on the letters attributed to Kaczynski. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, how many? I want to know how many initial bombings. I don't want to count them. All right. I just want to know. In 1995. Well, no, I'm in a fight with them. 'Cause I just want to know, like, how many, I don't remember what I was saying. Wait. Looking up the people that died and what they were up to at the time might be interesting. Well, 2 rabbit holes is enough for now. Yeah. Yeah, because we do have 2 rabbit holes. I already forgot what the first rabbit hole was supposed to be. Okay, what laws were passed? Okay, well, that's gonna have to be like a full deep dive. All right, we're gonna have to really because that's gonna take a lot of effort. But yeah, the McDonald's case, there was I don't remember what she has, like multiple channels, and it's weird because she'll post stuff that's like on the same topic and it's almost the exact same video, but somehow, because like the backdrop or something is different and it needs to go on a different channel, I'm very confused by it, but I'll watch all her stuff anyway. So I think it might be on BJ Investigates, but she also has a channel called That Surprise Witness, and I can't remember which one it was on, but I originally found her to be really interesting because she was huge in the Free Britney movement, and I learned a lot about Britney Spears' conservatorship because of her. I also learned about Bam Margera and Wendy Williams conservatorships as well. And let me tell you, conservatorships need to be completely abolished. Holy moly. Not constitutional at all. All right, here's the deal. Now, yes. What laws, if any, were passed as a result, and deep dives into the identities of the targets? Yes. That's all. That's everybody's homework. All right. Yes. Bam was in a conservatorship. He's not anymore. His the girl that like forced him into a conservatorship has been actively trying to sue BJ, the girl that was talking about his conservatorship. It is insane. It's insane. But he's been very straightforward with everything. Like he talks about it, so I don't know why well, actually I don't really know exactly what's going on, like if she's also suing him, but yeah. It's the thing is that what I've come to find is that poor people who behave exactly the same as rich people don't end up in conservatorships. But rich people who act exactly like poor people are called insane and end up in conservatorships. Why is that? Why is that? All right, so now that we know Ted Kaczynski's history and all that. All right, we have to keep going. All right. Okay, social needs such as sex, love, and status often remain in group 2 in modern society, depending on the situation of the individual. But except for people who have a particularly strong drive for status, the effort required to fulfill the social drives is insufficient to satisfy adequately the need for the power process. So, certain artificial needs have been created that fall into group 2, hence serve the need for the power process. Advertising and marketing techniques have been developed that make many people feel they need things that their grandparents never desired or even dreamed of. It requires serious effort to earn enough money to satisfy these artificial needs. Hence, they fall into group 2. I already forgot what group 2 is, sir. What was group 2? All right. Anyway, modern man must satisfy his need for the power process largely through pursuit of the artificial needs created by the advertising and marketing industry and through surrogate activities. I'm not going to lie, you guys. He's boring me to death with this. All right. It seems that for many people, maybe the majority, these artificial forms of the power process are insufficient. A theme that appears repeatedly in the writings of social critics in the second half of the 20th century is the sense of purposelessness that afflicts many people in modern society. We suggest that the purposelessness is often called by other names such as anomic and middle class vacuity. We suggest that the so-called identity crisis is actually a search for a sense of purpose, often for commitment to a suitable surrogate activity. I don't fucking care about a surrogate activity. Jump ahead to where, Sam? I forgot where I was. Very widespread in modern society is a search for fulfillment. But we think that for the majority of people, an activity whose main goal is fulfillment, that is a surrogate activity, does not bring completely satisfactory fulfillment. In other words, it does not fully satisfy the need for the power process. I don't care about the power process anymore. Hold on a second. Sorry. All right. Sorry. I thought I saw something, but I don't remember what I saw. Or maybe I don't, or do, or something. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Now. Go to 69. You guys. What does BJ stand for? Her name is Brittany. I don't know. Brittany J. I don't know her middle name. Brittany something. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I need to turn on this fan. It's getting too high. Yeah. Hold on. And what do I click on? Help me. Oh my god, I lost everything. What a weird moment. Okay. Whoops. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Hold on. See? There we go. Okay. The song was just getting good. I know. Yeah. I mean, if you like, I'll take that clip and I'll double, triple it up. And maybe I'll just turn it into an hour-long session and we can just do, that'll be the live stream from now on. Okay. I'm about to flash you guys. Excuse me. All right. Sing the song for karaoke. Cricket, what are you doing, ma'am? Cricket, come here. Come here, honey. Why is she so dumb? She's a dog. Come here, honey. Okay. Well, Cricket's acting like a cat right now. All right. Let's see where this snooze fest takes us. All right. Moreover, where goals are pursued through earning money, climbing the status ladder, or functioning as part of the system in some other way, most people are not in a position to pursue their goals autonomously. Most coworkers are someone else's employee, and as we pointed out in paragraph 61, must spend their days doing what they are told to do in the way they are told to do it. Even people, I'm sorry, that's how I feel about this. Most workers are someone else's employee, and as we point out in paragraph 61, must spend their days doing what they are told to do in the way they are told to do it. Even people who are in business for themselves have only limited autonomy. It is a chronic complaint of small business persons and entrepreneurs that their hands are tied by excessive government regulation. Some of these regulations are doubtless unnecessary. All right, but for the most part, government regulations are essential and inevitable parts of our extremely complex society. A large portion of small business today operates on the franchise system. It was reported in the Wall Street Journal a few years ago that many of the franchise granting companies require applicants for franchises to take personality tests that is designed to exclude those who have creativity and initiative. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying. All right. Okay. Designed to exclude those who have creativity and initiative because such persons are not sufficiently docile to go along obediently with the franchise system. This excludes from small business many of the people who most need autonomy. Hey. That was fun. Here's Cricket. That's a dumb dog. Oh, what a baby, what a baby, what a baby. What a little baby. See, I wish I could just get paid to do this all day. You're going to be so mad at me tomorrow. She's going to be so mad at me tomorrow. Is Cricket getting the dental work done? Yes, tomorrow morning. So she's not allowed to have breakfast tomorrow morning. And the thing about Cricket is that breakfast, she abuses me every morning. Okay, she beats the living daylights out of me every morning to get me out of bed to give her breakfast. Ooh, buddy. Thankfully, we have to be at the vet at 7:45. So I'm gonna have to I'll probably just have to I'll just give the other dogs their breakfast after I get home. Yeah, no, she's exactly. Like she's gonna be very upset. Poor thing. Here, we'll wow, so professional. Look at that. Yeah, look at that little baby. Ooh, Here's get a greenie first thing in the morning. So I had to start I started giving them breakfast like very first thing in the morning. Forever ago when Boots was still around, and he had to get medicine, and so I had to give him his medicine at a specific time every day. And so it like slowly it went from like I would get up and I would get ready for work, and then I would feed them right before I left. And then it turned into I fed them first thing in the morning, like as soon as I would wake up. That is a terrible routine. Don't ever do that. Whatever you can do to avoid that, don't ever do that ever. No. Because if your dog is used to you waking up and immediately feeding them, yeah, they're going to be insane. Absolutely insane. All right. Where am I? Okay. Today, people live more by virtue of what the system does for them, yeah, or to them than by virtue of what they do for themselves. Yes, and that has to stop. And what they do for themselves is done more and more along channels laid down by the system. Opportunities tend to be those that the system provides. The opportunities must be exploited in accord with rules and regulations. And techniques prescribed by experts must be followed if there is to be a chance of success. Thus, the power process is disrupted in our society through a deficiency of real goals and a deficiency of autonomy in the pursuit of goals. But it is also disrupted because of those human drives that fall into group 3, the drives that one cannot adequately satisfy no matter how much effort one makes. One of these drives is the need for security. Our lives depend on decisions made by other people. We have no control over these decisions, and usually we do not even know the people who make them. Yeah. We live in a world in which relatively few people, maybe 500 or 1,000, make the important decisions. A lot more than that, no. Philip B. Heyman of Harvard Law School, quoted by Anthony Lewis in the New York Times, April 21st, 1995. Our lives depend on whether safety standards at a nuclear power plant are properly maintained, on how much pesticide is allowed to get into our food, or how much pollution into our air, on how skillful or incompetent our doctor is. Whether we lose or get a job may depend on decisions made by government economists or corporation executives, and so forth. Most individuals are not in a position to secure themselves against these threats to more than a very limited extent. Woo! The individual's search for security is therefore frustrated, which leads to a sense of powerlessness. It may be objected that primitive man is physically less secure than modern man, as is shown by his shorter life expectancy. Hence, modern man suffers from less, not more, than the amount of insecurity that is normal for human beings. But psychological security does not closely correspond with physical security. What makes us feel secure is not so much objective security as a sense of confidence in our ability to take care of ourselves. Primitive man, threatened by a fierce animal or by hunger, can fight in self-defense or travel in search of food. He has no certainty of success in these efforts, but he is by no means helpless against the things that threaten him. The modern individual, on the other hand, is threatened by many things against which he is helpless. Nuclear accidents, carcinogens in food, environmental pollution, war, increasing taxes, invasion of his privacy by larger organizations, nationwide social or economic phenomena that may disrupt his way of life. It is true. Here we are, 69. What? Okay, it is true. 69. What? What an idiot. All right, it is true that primitive man is powerless against some of the things that Penelope was making noise. All right. Woo! Let's try this one more time. It is true that primitive man is powerless against some of the things that threaten him. Disease, for example. But he can accept the risk of disease. These dogs, man. Uh-oh. Really, Penelope? All right, sounds okay, but I'm going to have to give her some... cough medicine in a little bit. I haven't had to in like 4 days, but I'm not dealing with that again. All right. Should I try this again? It is true that primitive man is powerless against some of the things that threaten him. Disease, for example. But he can accept the risk of disease stoically. It is part of the nature of things. It is no one's fault unless it is the fault of some imaginary impersonal demon. But threats to the modern individual tend to be man-made. They are not the results of chance, but are imposed on him by other persons whose decisions he, as an individual, is unable to influence. Consequently, he feels frustrated, humiliated, and angry. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Ashley, the thing with your chat that like, do you have an iPhone? Is this an iPhone thing that like chat doesn't just pop up when you click on a live stream on YouTube? Like what? I don't understand. Are you not using the YouTube app? Are you using are you using it on a like the actual like the website and not the app? I don't understand your chat situation. Because if it's coming up for you on desktop, then no, Sam, she's actually complained multiple times that she can't figure out the chat on her phone. Okay, yeah, I have iPhone. Chat shows underneath the video. Yeah. Okay, so I'm wondering, like, Ashley, are you not using the app? Are you just going onto youtube.com with your phone? But then again, I mean, would it do that? I feel like it just goes straight to if you don't have the app, though. Never mind. I don't know. All right. I don't even remember the last part that I read. But you guys, we're on page 29 now. Yeah, see, well, so even if you do that, it goes to the app. But the thing is, like, if she never downloaded the app... No, I'm on page 29. I'm on section 70. I said page 29, Sam. Don't be sitting here trying to correct me. Unless I need to be corrected. All right. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Thus, primitive man, for the most part, has his security in his own hands, either as an individual, or as a member of a small group. whereas the security of modern man is in the hands of persons or organizations that are too remote or too large for him to be able to personally influence them. So modern man's drive, that's very true. Modern man's drive for security tends to fall into groups 1 and 3. Sir, I don't even remember what 1, 2, and 3 are anymore. All right, what are we doing? In some areas, food, shelter, his security is assured at the cost of only trivial effort, whereas in other areas, he cannot attain security. The foregoing greatly simplifies the real situation, but it does indicate in a rough general way how the condition of modern man differs from that of primitive man. People have been... Okay, I'm just going to say I think it's his fault that we can't get through this because I'm already kind of bored. But I also think, though, as I'm reading it, I'm realizing I don't know. Well, I mean, I was a little kid, so I don't really... I just wonder how actually obvious all this stuff was back then to those that would read it. Also, did he really send that to authorities and think like, yep, there we go. I'm going to prove my point here. Like, what? Sir? I just don't, I really don't see that resonating with the audience completely. You know what I'm saying? I think Ted killed more people with them trying to read this book than with his bumps. Probably. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely think if you do it all in one fell swoop, maybe if you're not, reading to an audience, I don't know, maybe there's oh, excuse me. See, look at me. Maybe it's a little bit different. I mean, especially like in the height of it, like when, when he was still, not, what's the word? Ratted out by his fucking brother. So there was still a mystery of like, is this person still out there or not, or whatever. And then of course, when he was captured or arrested, both, I think it was probably a lot more interesting then. Probably was something that was just a lot more captivating to the audience, because now we're not like that hysteria has died down for, it's been dead for like 30 years, right? So it's interesting because he's still so well known and people talk about him. But it's just, I'm like, I don't know. I'm old too. So maybe this would have been a lot more interesting to me when I was young, where like I hadn't really, this stuff wasn't like, yeah, duh yet, right? Like I didn't even know. When I was like 18, 19, she didn't have the app. So you were using YouTube on youtube.com, Ashley? Classic. He was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia in prison. Yes. Although I would be willing to bet that he actually wasn't schizophrenic. Look at that, you guys. We solved Ashley's problems. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, honestly, part of me feels like, just considering all the stuff that we are lied to about on a regular basis by the government, how am I supposed to, like, why would I believe that? Like, I mean, look, when did they just open up and go, yeah, so we shot JFK. No big deal. Kiki's here. Hello. So if they're like openly admitting this, And that was how long ago? Like 60 years ago, 50 years ago. How fucking long was that? And there's like, yeah, that happened. No big deal. So then who's to say that, I don't know, 10, 20 years from now, they're not going to go, oh yeah, by the way, none of that was real. I'm thinking it's either they did abuse him so much with MK Ultra that they essentially, like, he probably was about to rat them out with all the abuse that he went through from them, which, by the way, Charles Manson was also like he was a psyop. He was a product of the government as well. But I think that they were probably feeling like they were running a risk of being exposed for a bunch of stuff that Ted Kaczynski probably knew. And so to get ahead of it, they were like, yeah, he like sent out these bombs and stuff. And now we have to arrest him. And none of that actually happened. Wait, so Keanu, you're not going to get cake. You're not going to you're not going to have cake at the wedding. That's pretty cool. I always said, if I ever get married, well, I always said, this is a more recent discovery for myself, but if I get married, McDonald's food truck, karaoke machine. And I mean, like, I don't really have a lot of friends, so like we'll probably just hang out in my front yard or something. I don't have a garage. I don't know. Maybe if I ever do get married, maybe by then I'll have a garage and we'll just have the party in the garage. Just a karaoke machine and a McDonald's food truck. Well, I mean, and also though, since I really don't have a lot of friends, I probably don't even need to get the food truck. Probably just DoorDash it when we all feel hungry after dancing the night away to karaoke jams. Yeah, McDonald's food truck. Like, Keanu, I'm telling you, that night when you and Mickey were going over the menu options, I was like, I don't even know how to pronounce half this shit. That was the revelation I had, where I was like, no. If I were to ever get married, I'm not doing any of that. No. I just... I don't even know what half those menu items were. I was just like, God, I feel like such a poor right now. So I was like, yep, you know what? McDonald's food truck. Maybe I'll make some cupcakes. I'll make some cupcakes for the event. But yeah. I definitely the idea of all that wedding planning, I'm like, holy crap. And here's the thing. There was one time I went out to, this was years ago. This is like probably 12, 13 years ago now. But I went out, I was out dancing at a club and the dress I was wearing was white. Everyone thought I was wearing a wedding dress that night. It did not look like a wedding dress. But I realized, yeah, I could easily find a $13 Forever 21 white lacy dress. Just for that, and everyone would just assume that it's a wedding dress. Or, you know what would actually be cool? To go the Kid Rock Pam Anderson route. Just do your vows. Have the ceremony on a yacht, and I wear a white bikini. Groom wears white trunks. We say our vows, and then we eat McDonald's. So, yeah, the idea of wedding planning sounds horrendous. I mean, I don't know. I guess the idea of like getting The idea of a wedding kind of sounds terrifying considering, I don't know. This means nothing. Mead has a boat you can marry Stancil on. Well, what if I want to marry Michelangelo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? I had a big, huge crush on him when I was like 5. DoorDash caterers, hell with that. I have a barbecue grill and a freezer full of steak. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put anybody to work. And again, like if I were to get married, I'd probably have like 5 people there, if that. It'd be like myself, the groom, my brother would just officiate, and then my cousin Kate, because she said that she'd be really mad if I got married and she wasn't there. And that would probably be it. And of course the dogs. So Penelope has a tendency of stealing my food when I get McDonald's. So I'd have to get a special little 6-piece nuggets for the dogs just to keep them from taking shit. Although I mean, Penelope is like, she's dangerous. I didn't even show up you didn't show up at your own wedding? That's fair. Sometimes you just sometimes you just don't want to show up to your wedding. I'll come to your wedding. Here's the thing. Yeah, we're gonna DoorDash some McDonald's after saying our vows. Apparently on a boat, in a white bikini. Oh man. It would be funny to watch the dog gum a chicken nugget. Okay, let me tell you something. Symbolic mind. Okay, listen. This has happened to me twice now with Penelope, because the first time was my fault. Because I knew that she knew how to get up onto the table. But I thought it was only if you leave the chair scooted out. So I ordered my fat girl McDonald's meal, right? So I get like 2 cheeseburgers, some fries, a Diet Coke, and then some chicken nuggets and a McFlurry. Okay. So I can't eat all of this in one sitting. I don't know why I do it, because McDonald's food doesn't keep very well. You have about 30 seconds to a minute to finish it before it just tastes like, I don't know. It's like it just turns into like a cardboard shit or something. I don't know. But so the chicken nuggets, I'm like, I do not finish these. Well, I went and sat on the couch and was like, it's fine, and I left the chair scooted out like an idiot. Like, yeah, it's fine, because I can see the dogs. I can monitor them. No big deal. Don't get up and scoot the chair in. Also, why are you leaving your chair scooted out at the table, ma'am? Who raised you? It was me. I had to raise myself. But I know better. I know to just scoot the chair in, but I don't. Well, I'm also an idiot. We all know that I'm an idiot. So I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, yeah, whatever we're doing, I can just monitor the dogs. No big deal. I get up to go to the bathroom. There were 3 nuggets left in this container. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom. And I come out and I see that the container for the nuggets is, I think it was open on the floor. I was like, what in the heck? And then I see Penelope sitting on the couch going to town on a nugget. And I was like, okay, so there's 2 left or something. Nope. She was eating the 3rd one. She's already on her 3rd one. You get up. I get up. Okay, go pee. wash my hands, come out. And in that time, she got up onto the kitchen table, took the container of nuggets and ate 3 nuggets. Amazing. Second time, I thought that the chair had to be scooted out from the kitchen table in order to get up onto the table. So I had the chair scooted in. I had a McChicken hanging out on the table. Come out of the bathroom. Again, it's this bathroom situation. There is a perfectly unwrapped wrapper, okay? She just unfolded it perfectly. No tears, nothing. And just the top bun's in there. The bottom bun is strewn across the floor. And she, again, on the couch, just going to town on the chicken patty. So I know that for a fact, I know if McDonald's is around, we have to keep it away from Penelope somehow. Like, we'd have to lock it up or something. I mean, we would definitely have to not have, like, just no way of her getting up on tables or countertops or anything that are, you know. Whew. I don't know why I'm losing steam. I know I took some Adderall like 2 hours ago. I should be like, but no. Better lost nuggets than a cheeseburger. Well, here's the thing. She'd probably steal that too. Some Cajun chicken wings sound good right now. Well, unless you get them for everybody, sir. I say. Let's see here. My cat was a huge bread thief. Couldn't leave any bread product unattended. I mean, I used to have, when Boots was still alive, he was a big dog. So he would just get up on his hind legs and put his front paws on the, counter. There was one time that, I had cookies on the counter and he took them off of the counter and then gave the whole container to Cricket. Although I think, honestly, I don't think he gave her the whole container. I think he ate some. It's just that she got sick and he didn't. That's the thing with Penelope. She probably ate some of it too. Penelope has a gut of steel. Nothing makes her sick. Cricket can't even have rice in her food. She puked for 2 weeks straight, destroyed my bed. Zia's here. Hi! Oh my God, it's a whole party. I'm derailing now. You guys, Zia, just to let you know, Ted Kaczynski's manifesto starts off strong and it starts to get real boring really fast. I don't know, maybe I need to do like a quick little run through to double check and make sure that we're going to continue enjoying it. And then maybe I'll just pick up where I find that it's interesting again. But we did make it. We're on page 29, right? Look at this. Look at this. This is my bookmark. It's a friggin' Post-it note. I put bookmarks on my wish list. I did. I put bookmarks on there. I put about like 900 bikinis on there. There's like a bunch of shit on that damn thing now. Actually, I have separate wish lists now so that so you can like just pick by category. You don't have to sift through. Like, you don't want to look at the Star Wars stuff that I want. Don't look at it. Just go straight to the, which one do you want? The fitness category, the wig category, bikinis, dress up, whatever. Oh man. Yes. I believe you. Yeah, it's here's the thing. Here's the thing is the point that this all like gets to. I believe in technology will eventually destroy humanity, right? Like we're not. It's crazy because like technology, the exact same parts of technology that connect us also tear us apart. But it just removes us from it just removes us from like the way that we're supposed to live too, right? It's so easy to just hang out inside and stare at our phone all day when you do need to get outside and be a part of the outside, whether it's connecting with a person face to face, putting your feet in the grass, going for a swim, whatever, right? So I just but it's very easy to allow technology to disconnect us from the regular world, even though it can also connect us to the world. Anyway, I'm like friggin' derailing hard. If I had a manifesto, what would I name it? Girl, I have no idea. Like, would I want okay, well, first of all, what is my manifesto? What are we doing with this manifesto? Where are we where are we getting at? What do we like what am I accomplishing here? Do I want to what would my manifesto even be? I heard 78 is fun. Do we want to read 78 real quick? Let's just push-ups. Here's the deal. If it's not good, I'm going to punch you. How some people adjust. So I'm guessing that this part about the friggin' power process is it's too much. We need to get past that. Okay, first, they're doubtless what? See, he's okay. Oh no, Sam. Okay, first, there doubtless are differences in the strength of the drive for power. Individuals with a weak drive for power may have relatively little need to go through the power process. We're still talking about the freaking power process. Or at least relatively little need for autonomy in the power process. Oh, here we go. These are docile types who would have been happy as it's not even that it's just the word darkies. Okay. These are the docile types who would have been happy as plantation darkies in the Old South. We don't mean to sneer at the plantation darkies of the Old South. To their credit, most of the slaves were not content with their servitude. We do sneer at the people who are content with the servitude. Holy crap. Okay, he's getting bold again, though, and I feel like that's really where he shines. Because, he was definitely saying a lot of stuff that was like, whoop, whoa. And I don't feel like I'm not feeling that way with this whole power process nonsense. But he's getting back to it. He's getting back to his offensive ways. And I appreciate that. It's just, I don't know how I was going to finish that sentence, to be honest. I don't, my brain just went completely blank because I don't, if he was being bold, he would have used the other word. True. I mean, that is really, it's wild to think like he was really wanting to be taken seriously and he wanted people to listen to what he had to say. And he freaking says that? See, that's actually what I like, though, is because I'm not really taking him seriously anymore. And it's kind of fun to, to hear him say all this stuff that like might actually resonate and be like, we might all go like, oh yeah, yes, very much. But he's saying it like this. Sam, here's something that I want to point out to you. I look like Hitler's wet dream, and because of this, I have to be careful about some of the things that I say. Because like people will be like, hey man, don't say that, it's not cool, but then they get extra mad at my kind. Should we have Gino read page 78? It's not page 78, it's paragraph 78 on page 33. But yes, I honestly, like, what we could do is go back through this and just highlight the parts that Gino would like and just have him flip through it and read it aloud. But let's see here. You shouldn't be afraid to say it. I'll call in and say it many times over. No. You know what? Maybe that is my manifesto title. Hitler's wet dream. So does that mean though, but like what would be the point of this manifesto then? It just me talking about my experience as a blonde white lady. Like I don't even know, like, and being afraid to say certain things because I'm a white lady. I don't know. What would my man? We have to come up with a manifesto now. What even is a man? What would my crap? Do I want to do a manifesto? Yeah, I need to figure out. Oh my god, my brain is like shutting down. I'm glitching hard. Okay, that's more homework for you guys. We need to come up with my my manifesto and the point. Oh, okay. I thought you said Powerpuffs for a second. Okay, so maybe YouTube won't pick it up. Wait, no, we already came up with the manifesto name. I want to know what it's about. Cult of Courtney. I read a whole book about my a cult for me. Now, what is my cult? Do I have do I have a cult? A lot of people like to have a cult, but I don't know. Pluto is a planet. Yes, Pluto is a planet. I was zapped here from Pluto. That is a thing. It's true. After Melanie started dropping her favorite word, we all know what it is. Her following it went up tenfold. Oh, thirsty DMs went up 50-fold. Yeah, that's will the manifesto be a boob pop-up book? You know what? Maybe that's what it is. We'll just do like, remember that coffee table book that Madonna did? Where she was like getting fingered by Vanilla Ice and stuff like that. Maybe that's just what I do. I don't even do a manifesto. It's just Hitler's wet dream, but then it's just a boob pop-up book, like a coffee table pop-up book. It's just all boobs popping up out of the page. That sounds like something I'd be into. And she can get in trouble for taking eyes out. Uh-oh. No, I don't want Vanilla Ice. Your manifesto could just be a daily workout plan. Well, here's the thing though. Then I have to like make a workout plan. I mean, I've done it before. Right now, I I have the internet.com telling me what to do. I go, I'll do that. And then it tells me what to do. But here's the thing. Something like this. Okay. So a series, a workout video series, that would be something, how do I word this? I don't think people will be watching for the workout. But that's fine because I still get a workout in. Who knows? Maybe that'll just be my journey to spicy content after all. Just this whole time, I just thought like, well, I don't know if that's really something I would do. Turns into, look at all this money I made. Gonna eat dinner and start packing for Ohio. Oh. What are you doing in Ohio? Wait, you're doing something in Ohio. Oh, never mind. I don't know. Shut up. I'm not asking. Never mind. My brain's not working. All right, Ashley, have a good night. Eat lots of dinner. Or whatever and stuff. And yeah. Silence. Yes, everybody. Running, jumping jacks, jump from. It'll all be plyometrics. Just jumping lunges, jump squats, high knees. Just a very high cardio, a lot of jumping. Just yeah. Mein Kampf mit Milch. Yes. Yes. We'll be smacking rhinoceros. We'll be smacking our milk up. Smacking our milk up. Courtney and Zia on a trampoline. Oh yeah, Zia and I, we can do a trampoline series together. That could be fun. Yeah, just a trampoline series. That. I don't even know. I think the left one is out of tune. Amazing. My brain is falling apart. Mud wrestling, or we can make it even more fun and do like Jello, something, because I don't know, I like the idea of something a little bit more like edible, just make it taste good. This is getting out of control, you guys. We're pervs. No, I like though. This is derailed. It went from talking about Ted Kaczynski's manifesto to trampoline videos and mud wrestling. Yes, well, Hayden Christensen was perfect Anakin, because I think what happens with Anakin, with that character, and with when people are kind of not big fans, there does tend to be a lot of confusion on like the actor versus the character. Like Jake Lloyd he was a baby. Does anyone remember baby Anakin? That was a baby, and people were like going crazy writing like awful stuff about this kid because they didn't like little Anakin, even though he played that role perfectly. And he was so cute. Oh, so cute. But he played that role perfectly. He was so good in that role. It wasn't him. It wasn't the actor. It was, they didn't like the way that the character was written. And but I also think it's kind of weird that they don't like the way that little Anakin was written, because he was just like a little boy who like thought a girl was pretty, and he was a very good flirt, and also a little bit of a liar. He had hobbies. Like, he was just a sweet little boy. Now, I can see why people criticize Hayden Christensen a bit more. Mostly because, like, that character in Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker, was written terribly. That was not written very well at all. I've said it before. I'll say it a million times over and over and over again. Like that, it really wasn't. It wasn't written. The love story part wasn't written very well. Like they needed George Lucas. First of all, he needed to find a writer that was good at writing romantic storylines, and have them handle that part, and just be like, hey, so this is what I got, but can you fix it? Because it just wasn't good. Like, no woman would be like, yeah, like this hot guy, and he's like creepy as fuck, and it's like really, like, it's actually like really weird. It's like kind of scaring me a little bit. It's like, I don't know, but I totally want to bone him, right? Like, but again, it was written horribly. He played that character better than anyone ever could play that character. They were like, give us like stalker vibe, kind of creepy, very whiny, and like a little annoying. Okay. And he was like, you got it, dude. And he freaking did it. So, I think that he, wait. Anakin looked 8 when he was 12. It made Padme look so creepy. Wait, didn't he meet her when he was 9? And then he never saw her again until he was 19? This hot guy I knew as a 7-year-old. There is that too. Like, that is, like, I feel like he was going to have to do a lot of finessing. Like, remember, you know how we met when I was like a little kid and stuff? I'm grown up now. Like, you're gonna really have to like work for it with a woman, because she's just gonna have it in the back of her head, like, but then she was also pretty. I mean, she was 14 and he was 9. So like, when you're 14, I mean, I haven't been 14 in a really long time, but because the age difference, at the end of the day, the age difference isn't that much. Like, when you're adults, it's just like, when you're like, it's so, I don't know. That part is like, it's confusing and bizarre, because everyone is like, if you look at it, like, she wasn't putting any moves on him when he was a kid. He was definitely putting the moves on her, though. He was putting the moves on her. And then in Attack of the Clones, she was like, what? But this whole time she was like, I'm like secretly into him. I don't know. That whole storyline is weird. I don't know if they were just, they had an opportunity to do it much differently. Like, they were like, oh, look, we're both like the same freaking age. Like, maybe they're both 9, and then she becomes queen while he's off learn how to be a Jedi. And, you know, like they could have. But no, I think that he played that role perfectly. It just wasn't written well. Because he is a really good actor. I really liked Shattered Glass. And Factory Girl. I liked Virgin Territories too. That one was kind of silly. But yeah, so he is a good actor. He and he played that really well. George did not know what he was doing. He wrote that shit, okay? So that's my manifesto. Justice for Hayden Christensen and Jake Lloyd. That poor kid, he has gone through a lot. I say kid, but like we're like the same age. He felt a disturbance in his pants. He did. Hey girl, I'm grown up and have a side braid. That Padawan hair was so dumb. Like you have short hair, but then in the back of your head, you have like just a small patch on the back of your head that you grow out a little bit just to take like a couple of strands and then put that in a small ponytail. And then you also have a braid on the side of your head. Why did George Lucas think that that was a good idea? Push-ups. I know the storyline. I just think that they did it wrong. She didn't the thing is that like they could have both been like googly-eyed for each other and he didn't have to be so fucking weird. And they could have just done like a will they or won't they, like, oh, we can't do this. And then like, oh, wait, maybe we can. And just going back and forth with like a what's going on here? Like, but equally attracted to each other, but equally aware of the risk of them being in a relationship. And just going like, I really want to be with you, but we can't. That would have been a way better storyline. And then poor Anakin, poor Darth Vader wouldn't have been disrespected in such a way. I mean, come on. Hi, Beckett. Hello. I'm going on a Star Wars rant here. I just think that like, no, okay. So there's nerds like me out there that actually, would be interested in something like a Darth Vader origin story. I don't know though that that is for everybody, to be honest. Because think about it realistically, humanizing Darth Vader, who is like the most powerful, like meanest, scariest character out there. Humanizing that character, it just seems like it's never going to be done right. Like I don't think it would ever be done right, because I think anybody going into it is going to be confused and annoyed, and they're going to have a lot of opinions about it. So there is that. But then there's somebody like me. I'm like, oh my God, I love you, Darth Vader. This is so interesting. Oh my gosh, tell me more about Darth Vader in his childhood. Like, I'm fascinated by that. I was fascinated learning about Ted Kaczynski's backstory. Fascinated learning about Charles Manson's backstory. Fascinated learning about Ted Bundy. You know what I mean? Like, I get fascinated learning about these crazies. So for me, I like that stuff. Whereas, like, I think a lot of people, especially people, especially, I don't know, I don't want to say it, especially a Star Wars fan. But especially like if you're a big fan of like sci-fi or fantasy, right? This is what you're watching is fiction. You're not learning about the childhood of a serial killer. You're watching a story about genocidal maniac in outer space. So, if you find that to be a good, what am I saying? Like, if you're a big fan of that, like, you're probably not that interested in understanding that character's origin story. You're probably just like, I don't know, tell me more cool stories about blowing stuff up and stuff. Like, you don't. So I don't know if that's if the prequels would have ever been done correctly as far as like a general consensus goes. I just don't think there would ever be like, I don't think there would ever, we would not have an agreement. So personally, I just think we make some tweaks to Attack of the Clones and I'm fine. I love Phantom Menace. I love Revenge of the Sith. I fucking love Revenge of the Sith. That's such a good movie. I love that movie so much. So for me, I just think a couple of tweaks to Attack of the Clones, I think we're good. Oh, there was that nurse that was in love with Vader. Oh my God. I'm just saying if anybody does fan fiction at all and wants to tell that storyline, I'm your girl. Okay? Me. I'm the nurse that fell in love with Darth Vader. Also, Disney. Look, you kind of been messing up a little bit lately. But what I'm saying here is if you want to tell that story, Disney, I'm your girl. Just let me know, Hit me up. That's one of the, oh my God, that was terrifying. That's the face that she makes when she finally sees his face. She's like, let me do it. Courtney, you're at 215 subscribers now. Woo! Woo! One day, I'll have enough. What's enough? I don't fucking know. Vader's Wet Dream, a Star Wars movie. Interesting. But now, Vader's Wet Dream. No, let's not think too hard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, backhand. Uh-oh, backhand. I still like the idea that the Sith aren't evil and it's the Jedi causing all the fighting. I'll be honest, like it's definitely both, if you ask me. Like it's for sure like Palpy was definitely doing some like sinister shit, right? Like he wasn't really like, doing stuff quietly, right? He wasn't just trying to be like minding his own business with his electric fingers. He well, okay. Here, no, I'm confusing myself now. Because then if you think about it, like Anakin is actually his kid, right? Like, I mean, granted, I don't understand how like he couldn't figure out a way to like get his kid from Shmi, because there was a whole, well, I guess it wasn't necessarily his, it was Darth Plagueis, but it was an experiment with him and Plagueis together, right? And so here Anakin's over here with his two gay dads that like accidentally knocked up the surrogate, right? So I get why he would be like, okay, that's like my son. I want him in my life. But like, why didn't he just go and get him and then just like train him and then call it good? And just be normal. Like it was like, why? I mean, I guess in a way, like he was kind of just minding his business because nobody really knew anything about anything that he was doing, right? Like they were all just like, yeah, whatever, man. This senator, but he was also trying to become Kim Jong-un, right? He was trying to turn the whole galaxy into North Korea. But so that's bad. But like I can see why he wanted to be close with his son and all this stuff, but I just don't. Listen, all I know is that in the prequels, the Jedis were assholes. No, I'm sorry, but like I was not a fan of them. I was very upset with them. They like Obi-Wan Kenobi, God bless him, you know, I appreciate it, like we need him as a character, but oh my god, I hate him so much. Wait, Mace went to his office to murder him. Yes, that's true. That is true. He was also voted into office, not put in. Well, yes, I know, but this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. Right? He was definitely trying to, he was on a mission. He did turn the galaxy into North Korea. Well, it's actually kind of, 1940s Germany in a way. Yeah. Are you a Jedi? Pap. Pap, pap, pap. Right? We all saw, I mean, it was tough to get through, but we all saw the Star Wars holiday special, right? Remember Han Solo's dad just minding his business, walking into his house, and there's a group of dudes in there, and he's like, "Oh, I suppose you want to see my ID? See my ID? Get out of my house! Get out of here!" That was very much 1940s Germany for sure. And that was that's definitely what Palps was doing to the galaxy. So yeah, sorry, but yeah, I don't know. He just because he was voted in there doesn't mean he's not trying to turn it into some Kim Jong-un shit. But yeah, the Jedi's, first of all, they all did Anakin very dirty. Like, they were, did I just freeze? Something weird just happened. But no, they did Anakin dirty. Like, they kidnapped him from his mom, and then they just treated him like garbage. I didn't like it. I miss your sound clips. I had to delete voice mod because I don't know, it was weird. There was one night Chrissy invited me on Simpcast like way early, and I was early getting logging in, and it took me an hour to try and sort out my sound issues because StreamYard for some reason wanted me to use this as my microphone, and then it wanted me to use my microphone to listen, to be able to hear. This isn't a speaker, and also it shouldn't be. It wouldn't let me switch it around, and so I had to go through and just try to figure out any sound factors, any factors when it came to sound, and just eliminate it. So I got rid of voice mod. I had to disable the microphone on my camera. I had to disable anything that would be like a microphone that we recognize as a microphone. I had to disable all that in my control panel settings, and then go back and then reset my microphone and as my default mic, and then my earbuds as my default speaker. And it's only when I'm trying to log in to on Simpcast. It's not even if I'm trying to log in on a stream with Chrissy any other time. It's only on Simpcast that for some reason I have some weird tech issue like that. It didn't do me like that last night though. Last night it did not do me like that. But that's because I just basically was like, I'm disabling everything except for the microphone. So there is that. I am, but yeah. So one of these days, I don't know. I'm gonna if I muster up the energy. That's weird. Maybe it's because the number of people. Honest, I don't know. I don't know if it has anything to do with like the specific. I don't know if if Chrissy uses like, cause you have like reusable studios or whatever, and like maybe she has like one specific one for Simpcast, and there's something weird with that one. I don't know. But then also, it might actually just be on my end, because I think that especially during that time, like I would reset my computer more often, and so I'd have to double check like my camera settings, because we all know what can happen with my camera setting. So I stopped doing that, and so I think that was part of it, was that it was just like if I would reset my computer, like it would just like shit would just get weird. It was like, and every once in a while, I think that was another thing too, is I tried to shut my computer off, I think like the night before or a couple nights prior to that, and it doesn't shut off anymore. Like if I go into like shutting it off, it doesn't do it. And even when I was pushing the power button, it wouldn't turn off, so I had to unplug it. And so I think that was something that like fucked it all up. So yeah. So I just got I stopped doing that, and I haven't had an issue since. But then again, I also had a tech issue almost every single time I was on Sports Mask, and I haven't been on Sports Mask, so maybe who knows? Maybe it's not fixed. Maybe it's just my friends. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, I found out. So my my camera settings. So like I have like a specific app that I have to go into to turn off the fucking follow me around settings. It has 2 of them. I didn't realize this. It has 2. So I kept shutting off the auto tracking, which was great, because like I'd get up and do something, I could just leave my camera on and like it wouldn't follow me around. But there's also what was it? It's called like smart tracking or something, and it searches for your face. This thing doesn't know what a face is though, and so that's why it was stuck on my crotch. And like the other day, I there was one night on Simpcast, I muted my microphone, and I shut off my camera or whatever. And I got up, I had to I let the dogs out or whatever. And then I came back and sat down, and I turned my camera back on, and like I bent my head down, because I also grabbed a little bit of food, and I looked down, and it went boop, and it started looking for me, but it just went, it looked for my face, and I'm like, I'm right here, and it turned, and it went. I don't know exactly what was shown, to be honest. Like I just was like, what? And Chrissy caught it before I did, and so she put me backstage. But I saw like my one of my lights, and it looked like it was aimed towards my garbage bookshelf. Not my garbage bookshelf, but like the bookshelf where like like when I took all those pictures down from my wall here, and I just put them all on the bookshelf, like those are sitting there. And I used to be very like much more organized with my like cords and stuff. But I don't know exactly what was going on there, but I was rifling through a bunch of stuff, and I kind of like strewn them all about on the bookshelf. It wasn't good. I have my cowbell up there. It doesn't look amazing, you know. It's just kind of it's a project to work on. I don't even know why I have the bookshelf, to be honest. There aren't books on it. But yeah, so I don't know if everyone saw my cluttery shelves, or if they only saw my light. However, Chrissy just shoved me backstage while I sorted it out. But yeah, I didn't even realize that was a thing. So I had to turn that thing off too. Like, why does it have to keep trying to search for me everywhere? Stop. Just be on and be there or whatever. Charles number 1 is here. You are, man. You missed a lot of stuff. I'm fully derailing now. So you're saying it's an intelligent camera. Why? Is it because it focused on my vagina that one time? I don't know. I mean, it was trying to find a face and it just focused on a cluttery bookshelf. Like, how rude. It couldn't go that way where I just have like a couple floating shelves and some hairspray. Couldn't go that way where I have like, I have a postcard of Keanu actually, and a roll Gino / Keanu, I don't know, and like my little dog paw print and a couple of crystals. No. Want to see Courtney's clutter corner? That's the clutter corner. I need to get rid of the clutter corner. That fucking corner, I'm telling you, the amount of times that I've gone through like all the stuff that's over there and gotten rid of so many things, and somehow it just has more stuff and I don't know why or how. Like, how is that possible? Do I even own that stuff? Is the stuff that's on those shelves, are they just like cats that just sort of go like, hey, I'm just going to hang out here? You know, how did they get there? I don't understand. I don't want it here. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. And that's why I won't get rid of it. I have no idea. Okay. I have to pee. We're going to have to figure out what we're doing next because, I'm derailing hard and, yeah. So hold please. I'm gonna go pee. Ooh.
Play some music. She's the kind of girl who twirls all night long. Got a crown on her head. She's the queen of song. Driving down the street, her car shining so bright. With a fresh rim job, she's a dazzling sight. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a fantasy. Rocking different headpieces, she's a mystery. From the East Coast to the Dominican Republic. She's the life of the party, the one you can't resist. Twirling on the dance floor. She's the star of the show. With her head held high, she's ready to go. Yeah. She's twirling on the dance floor. Stealing the scene, making memories that last. Just like a dream.
All right. I almost just let that keep going for like all the different music videos I put on there, and just so I could just sit here for a minute. Oh dear, Robert's in that video. Yeah, I need to go through and like edit those out. Like yeah, just edit the videos a little bit. Maybe I don't know, because it's hard. It's hard to. I don't want to like get rid of Mickey dancing, right? Like, so the more that I try to just zoom in and crop that out, like it takes away a lot of what Mickey's doing. So I don't know. One of these days. Oh, Zool, were you there the night that Keanu told us all of the stuff with him? Should probably go back and watch that because any fixing to write out Milton. Oh, I was like, I don't. Who's what? I mean, I am nowhere near it, so I'll be over here, not with it, you know. Yeah. I'm not. I definitely. I was like, ride out. So I'm thinking, like, is there supposed to be like a? Is this like a? I don't know, like a sex thing? Like, where people are riding this man? What's happening? Excuse me. They closed the plant early tonight, so as far as I know, I'm off to Monday. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, that's like cool, but also like no one wants to just like miss work, right? Look at these naughty babies. You come here. You come here. Yes, you. Why is she like this? Ma'am, let me smell your mouth. Oh. No, 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 no. I think she peed on my bed. I almost flashed you. It smells like she might have used the potty and then consumed it, if you know what I mean. So that's annoying. But good news is I washed my comforter today. Why is that, Cricket? She does. Here's the thing. She gets mad. She gets annoyed if I'm not paying attention to her. And then she does things out of spite. So apparently I was not paying enough attention to her. But look at her. Look at. This is what she's doing. I love you, sweetheart. Yeah. So, I mean, I have a different comforter on my bed right now. Hopefully she just used that. I just need to keep her out of my room unless she's supervised. This is absurd and unacceptable. Look at that thing. Like, you know, part of me is just like, I don't know. Just pee on my bed whenever you want. Whatever. I'll sleep on the floor if I have to. Yeah. Oh, push-ups. You don't even know. Cricket wants to be an only dog so bad. So bad. So bad. She is desperate to be an only dog. She doesn't like Chungus at all. She basically just kind of like avoids Penelope. She just wants to be an only dog. She doesn't want anyone. She doesn't want her people to pay attention to anyone but her. You know who her people are? Every freaking person on the planet. I'm telling you right now. At my old job, I would take her to work with me. And every day, my boss went out and got fast food, which is hilarious to me because he'd always complain about like being poor and how he needs more money or whatever. I'm like, well, I have an idea, but okay. Anyway, but he would buy, he would go buy fast food and he would give him pieces of her cheeseburger. And then eventually he would just go and get her own cheeseburger. He would just get her a patty. He wouldn't get her like a full burger. Sometimes I was a little bit worried that she was going to just go home with him. Like she would ditch me for a fucking hamburger patty. It's not that she just loves me so much and I'm her person. Or he was so great. No, it was that he paid all his attention to her and he treated her like she was the only dog on the planet and that's what she wanted. And she doesn't like, she loves me, of course, but what she doesn't like is that I like multiple dogs. Maybe that's what she's trying to do to me. And she's like, oh, you like multiple dogs? Well, I like multiple people. Watch this. I'm like, yeah, girl, you can be their friend, but like you live here. I would commit crimes for this thing. And she's just like, well, yeah, but. Yes. Wait. What did I say? What did I say? I don't even remember now. Don't take no sass, Courtney. I'm telling you. Here's the thing. I would let her treat me like garbage. I already do. I let her treat me like garbage all the time. Like if she actually did pee on my bed, you know what I'm gonna do? This is the worst. Cricket. And then I'm gonna take whatever has the pee spots, put it in the laundry room, change out that bedding so I have something not peed on to sleep on, and then that'll be it. You should pee on her bed. That's not gonna work. Well, first of all, they have like a shared bed because I didn't realize how much they really liked dog beds. Because Boots, when he was here, he had a dog bed, and I don't remember. It was just hanging out in the living room, and none of them ever really used it. Boots didn't care because he was like, well, Boots tried to get me to sleep on his dog bed with him. I miss him so much. But he didn't care about that thing because he was like, that's not where mom is. I just want to be where my mom is. And none of the other dogs used it. Like they would use the human furniture. So I didn't think that they liked dog beds. And then I got a dog bed for Josie when she moved in, just because I was like, well, I don't know what her life was like before, so I want to make sure she has whatever she needs as, you know, when she moves in. And if she needs a bed, then I'm gonna get her a bed. And now they all use it. And I'm like, they all use it at the same time. And it's not meant for 3 dogs. It's meant for one small dog. Like Chongus barely fits on it by herself. But now she tries to get on there, and then Penelope and Cricket also lay down there with her. It's really cute. So now I just have a bunch of pillows like this one, kind of strewn about in different areas for them to lay on. Community bed. It's like a cult. Yes. Yes. That's is that what we're gonna call our cult? Community bed? Community bed. My pup slept next to my hip. My dogs sleep on wherever they can next to me. And they do not make it comfortable at all. I have to practice contortionism. Is that what it's called? Well, it is now. I had to practice contortionism in when I'm sleeping every night because they all want to sleep next to me, but they don't want to be next to each other, and they all need to be touching me. How does that work? Hardly. It hardly works. Yeah. Stinky breath. Stinky, stinky, stinky breath. I'm going to have to brush her teeth before we go to our appointment tomorrow because I will not be humiliated in front of the veterinarian if they find out that she has bathroom waste in her mouth. First of all, I can't stop her. I don't know how to stop her from doing that. Right? I don't know. I don't know how do you stop a dog from doing that? I don't know. But I just don't want the vet to know that she's like that. Penelope and Josie don't do that. Why does she do that? Get it together, Cricket. I know. It's just I want all the veterinarians have pets, so they know, but it's just I just don't want to show up like that on the day of her dental procedure. Courtney's court. Ooh. Would that be would we watch a bunch of court trials? You know what I actually want to do? I did not watch the Casey Anthony trial. I actually want to go back and watch that because from what I know, Jose Baez was not actually a good lawyer. It was just that the prosecution they were like, oh yeah, no, this is totally easy. This is such an open and shut case. Which, first of all, the prosecution should never feel that way, especially in a case where the death penalty is on the table. Are you kidding me? You're just like, whatever. Also, somebody died, and you're just, no big deal. We can this will be totally fine. We'll totally no, the jury is definitely going to find her guilty. That should never be a thing in your mind at all. And then they just completely shit the bed because they failed to provide certain evidence that they had. There was coffin flies in the car. Apparently that wasn't presented. And then there was searches on the computer from a separate in a different browser. And they didn't use that as evidence. They used the other browser searches for evidence. It's very stupid. The jury, members of the jury came out and said we later found out there was all this evidence, and we would have definitely found her guilty if that evidence was presented, but we didn't see that evidence. Hello, if we all know, the thing is it's very easy to be super biased in a trial. I've watched a lot of court trials, but at the end of the day, it is your duty as a juror to not have an opinion whatsoever until the very end of the trial. You need to have all of the evidence that is presented in the courtroom, not on the media. You're not to be watching media. You're not to be scrolling through social media, all this stuff throughout the entire trial. You're not allowed to get any outside information. You're only to use the information that's provided in the court. So how is this an open and shut case if you're not providing that evidence? Do your job. Yes, crazy party mom. The one that see, the thing is, like, so she, like, her daughter would tell her grandparents, oh, I'm gonna go see Zanny the nanny, and I feel like, and Zanny, like Zenaida Fernando Hernandez or whatever she said her name was, like that woman, there was like a woman named that had that name, and I think she actually used to live at the apartment that Casey said that she was dropping, or no. Did she live there? Yeah, Casey said that she was dropping Kaylee off at. But it turned out that that's not, like, the woman didn't live there anymore, and like she never, I don't think she even met Casey before. It was freaking crazy. But so to me, I'm like, I don't think that Zanny the nanny, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she already came up with this story long before any of this happened, and that's why she would say Zanny the nanny. But I think she was using Zanny's to as a nanny for her kid. Like, she was knocking her kid out so she could go out and party. Didn't her father interfere as much as he could? I don't think so. Orlando Studios is where she said she worked. So, she said that she, wait, what did I say? Orlando Universal Studios. Yes. Jeez. Whatever I said the first time is not, I don't know. But yeah, I know that her parents were like trying to find Kaylee, and she was really irritated with them. They were like not the jail, well, there were the jail calls, but then there were also when they came in, the jail visits, they were recorded, and she was just so nasty to her parents. She's like, oh yeah, I saw your little TV spot, blah, blah, blah. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, which one? Da, da, da. And she's like, oh yeah, you were saying we have to hurry up and find her and all stuff. She's like, I want to find her. And she's like, look at these shirts. And she was like, oh my God. Like, she was so irritated with her for being in the media saying, hey, my granddaughter's missing and I want to find her. Oh my God. Oh, gotta sleep. But yeah, let's do Courtney's Court. Well, push-ups, good night. Sleep well. I'll probably sleep well because I feel like I know this is terrible, but I find myself terribly attracted to Casey Anthony. I generally suck at picking women. Well, the way that men operate though is like women are hot. Like, I'm a woman, and I can't find myself attracted to just like a guy that's hot. Like, there's other things that he has to present there in order for me to think he's hot. Like, I find myself like more interested in like super ugly dudes. Like later down the road when like all is said and done, and I'm like thinking back, I'm like, oh, he wasn't very attractive now, was he? Whoa. But just because there were other things I would like about that particular fellow. So that's just how dudes are. It was like, when a chick is hot, she's like hot. Look, hey, here's the deal. Actual Justice Warrior also will argue that Casey Anthony is hot, and that he's a high quality dude. He has a high quality wife now. So just saying, doesn't mean you're trying to like marry her. It just means that you think that she's hot. It's all. It's fine. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's okay. Now, just remember, don't date her. And in Courtney's court, we all rise when the queen of the court enters the room. A lot of cuckoo women are hot. That's true. Yeah. Tommy, Yeah, you got to be careful. That's the thing, is that like hot women are dangerous, all right? Because once we find out that that you think that we're hot, it can, some of our species can get very very nasty with it. So you do have to be careful, because you got to separate the hot from the rest of it. You got to go like, yes, she's super hot. Okay, maybe a different one looks like that isn't a nut job. Because that bitch was a nut job. Did you guys see how there's body cam footage of her trying to file a police report because a woman threw a drink on her? She called the cops so fast when that woman threw a drink on her. Took her 31 days to talk to the police, and she wasn't even the one who made that call when her daughter was missing. But some woman who's sleeping with her man threw a drink on her, and so she has to call the cops now. Shit is hilarious. Yes, I love that you comment stuff a lot that I don't understand. And I'm also really glad you're here. Hello. Did you just get here? She's a hoe for show. Yeah, exactly. Because I was just gonna wrap it up in a minute here, because I've been going off the rails for probably like a solid hour and a half at least. Yeah, Ted Kaczynski's manifesto really did break my brain yet again. I can't with him, But I think that would be really fun. That was actually another thing I was thinking too. Maybe this is just what we do, is a body cam footage. There's this one. Oh my God. I need to find the original footage, because I watched somebody else reacting to body cam footage, and this woman was so hammered. So she was driving and hit somebody else on the road, and she was so hammered. She's yelling and screaming at the cop, and she was saying that her garage door opener was a breathalyzer. She was saying that her grandma just died that day, and she was trying to go to the funeral that same day. And at one point she called it the gravy, because I think she meant like she's trying to go to a graveyard, but she was calling it my grandma's gravy. Then she tried to use a wet wipe as a cell phone. It's the most incredible body cam footage I've ever seen. I've watched this multiple times, and every time I bust out laughing. It is so funny. Ew, grandma gravy. I know, especially like she just died. Like, how gross is that gonna be? But yeah, no, body cam footage is hilarious when you find people that are just like super hammered. It my extra favorite. It kind of stresses me out a little bit to watch, but it's still like it's really funny to me. It's the women who are trying to manipulate their way out of a citation or an arrest. It's that's my favorite, I think, because they're just the worst. They're terrible. They're probably they're the worst creatures on the planet, but it's just so funny to watch. It can get irritating, but it's hilarious. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll try to muster some of those up and try to watch some of those, because court trials can be really fun. I think court trials would be really interesting, because I'd like to watch the O.J. Simpson trial. I didn't watch it when I was a kid, like when it happened, right? And then also around that time, like the internet wasn't a thing, right? So I couldn't just like Google it and watch it later or whatever. So I think it would be really cool to watch the O.J. Simpson trial. And and the Casey Anthony trial. Because for the most part, the only trials that I watched, that I think of right off the top of my head right now, that I watched that didn't have just no commentary or anything, I just was watching it gavel to gavel, was Kyle Rittenhouse, Deb V. Heard, and Daryl Brooks. So the only ones that I watched, just nothing else. But it'd be fun to rewatch those. Although with Daryl Brooks, ooh, that one was insane. But and also there is the one testimony of the dancing granny. I don't know if I'd be able to watch that again. That was like the most heartbreaking thing ever on the planet. It was awful. I believe Judge Joe Brown, OJ didn't do it. You know what though? Here's the thing. I didn't watch the trial, so I don't know for sure how I feel about it. To be real, I don't know. Maybe just the highlights, like Amber pooping in Johnny's bed. Yes. Well. Honestly, I think with the Deb V. Heard trial, I think that the biggest ones are like his testimony, her testimony, then the surprise witnesses, the TMZ guy, and then the dude that owned the Airbnb that they stayed at. And there were a couple of others, but there were quite a few that, I think, what was his name? He was like the house manager, right? Like, so he essentially made sure that everything was all in order at the house all the time. And like, he had like basically kind of like a staff that he oversaw that did housekeeping. So he was like, okay, I need you to do this. And like, I need you to go get the provisions. I need you to clean this up. And like that kind of stuff. His testimony was good. And Johnny Depp's best friend, that was a good one. So like I could probably like pick out like the good ones, the good testimonies. But like with the Daryl Brooks case, there's not a single lull throughout the whole trial. Not a dull moment. It was all just start to finish chaos. Because if you remember, he decided to represent himself like an idiot, and he was a sovereign citizen as well. In fact, I think there is some follow-up with him, because I think he just got sentenced for a domestic violence charge with that ex-girlfriend too. So we might want to look at that. Oh, I remember watching OJ and Michael Jackson trials as a kid. The Michael Jackson one might be interesting too. It might frustrate me a lot, just because it bothers me that any of that stuff had to be a thing at all. But I think that'd be good. I think the Michael Jackson trials would be good, because then we can poke fun at the people that were lying to him or lying about him. OMG, I can't believe that prosecutor picked up Rittenhouse's AR, assuming it was unloaded, pointed at the tree with his finger on the scroll. I know. Oh my God. Why? And here's the thing. Because like they had to make sure that it was cleared no matter like anytime they were going to pick it up and handle it at all. Whether it's like, even if you're just like, oh, they checked it, they said it was clear, I checked it, and I know it's clear. Don't point a gun at anything you don't want to shoot. And also don't put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Are you insane? Like that right there, I was like, okay, yeah, of course he decided that Kyle Rittenhouse needed to be charged with intentional homicide and all this other stupid stuff. Like, look at this idiot. He doesn't understand like just basic gun handling. What a moron. If you're that clueless about like carrying a gun and handling a gun, you obviously think that anybody who just carries a gun is a bad person who just randomly shoots people, because you don't understand like how to properly handle a gun. All right, what are you guys saying? Yeah, you could tell he never touched a gun. Remember when MJ got up on the Escalade outside the cross? No, but now we're going to have to watch it. I'm going to have to find a bunch of stuff to watch for next time. Thank you, Charles number 1. Good job, Courtney. That's 2 very important rules of gun safety. Yep. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Don't point it at anything you don't want to shoot. Don't put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Hello. Yeah, you can tell a story without pointing a gun, finger on trigger. Yeah, he didn't, like, you could just go like this. I don't know, look at that. Hey, what does this look like? You guys, what does it look like I'm doing? Oh my God. Watch 1984, Courtney, if you've never seen it. I haven't seen it. Maybe we'll do that on a movie night. Yep. Treat every gun as though it's loaded. Something Alec Baldwin could have taken into consideration. Know your target. Know what's behind your target. Yep. Yeah, what I don't get are gun accidents on movie sets. There's no need to point a gun at a person on a movie set. That they edit shit to look right. That's the thing, is like there's no, like, editors that are editing people who are editing movies to that degree, like, you could have a toy gun or a prop gun or whatever. You don't need a gun at all. Like, so with the whole Alec Baldwin thing, it's very disappointing that yet again the prosecution shit the bed on that one, and we didn't even get to see a trial, but he should be behind bars. He killed those people. He killed those people. He was very irresponsible, and he killed he killed Helena. But yeah, no, he took a life. It was his fault. And Hannah Gutierrez, while she was definitely very irresponsible, she's serving the maximum sentence when she wasn't the one who pulled the trigger. Now, don't get me wrong. She was an asshole. There's a part of me that's like, dude, she had such a bad fucking attitude. Like, she needed but she was done very dirty by everyone else on set. She was done very dirty by them. And she trusted the wrong people and was kind of thrown under the bus. I mean, for me personally, like, a lot of people were like, no, if you're going to be doing a job like that, like, you need to be a lot more responsible than she was, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the thing is, when I was 24, I feel like I really, I relate to like what she must have been going through, and like, being on set with all these people who have been in the business for so long, and this is only the second movie set she's worked on, and so it's very easy for her to be an underdog and like feel like she can't speak up for herself and like not have a lot of autonomy because she's the new guy, and so it's hard for her. It wouldn't be easy for her to be able to like have a lot of control in that role. But then I also was like, yeah, but when I felt that way, I wasn't applying for armorer jobs on movie sets, like I wasn't in those positions where like lives were on the line, because I knew that I was a lot more insecure and a lot less likely to stand up for myself in a situation like that. Like now, if I were an armorer, I've never been an armorer in my life, but if I were to be on a movie set and fucking you name a celebrity, even if Alec Baldwin himself was like, oh yeah, no, whatever, I'd be like, hey, fuck off. No, cut the shit. Hand that to me. It's my job to make sure that's cleared, not yours. And you're being an idiot. Give that thing to me. But I'm also almost 40, right? Like now that I'm 39, and don't care if people don't like me. Like, oh, you want to fire me? Cool. Sucks to be you. Good luck with that when you start blowing people's brains out because you didn't have an armor. Peace out, right? But like I just feel like at 24 it's so hard. Like at 24 it's so easy to think like I need this job more than they need me, but now like at 39 I'm like, oh my god, no, like you guys need me way more than I need you. Like without me, yeah, people might die. So yes, you need me as your armor. So if you want to give me lip, well, guess you're gonna have to go to prison now. That sounds fun, right? No, so listen to me. So I do feel like, yeah, for her that it really does. It sucks because it's a lot easier at 24 to have like kind of, she's like, I don't want to be known as difficult to work with in Hollywood. I want to be able to get another job in Hollywood doing this because this is a really fun job. It's a really cool job. I want to be able to continue doing this. And I feel like I'm going to get blacklisted if I have an attitude. And, for me, I'm like, again, at 39, I'm like, I don't have my whole life ahead of me. I might have like 3 days left on this earth or something. I don't really know. But like, who cares? Now I can tell people that I was on the set for 2 weeks and then I got an attitude and they kicked me out. And that's why that lady's dead now. Like, I just, I just give less of a shit than somebody who's, in their early to mid 20s. So I have a lot of empathy for her in that case, but also like I think she needed a little bit more time building up that confidence first and having a little bit more feeling, because the thing is she was a mouthy asshole, but she just didn't feel like she could be a mouthy asshole to people on set, right? So she just needed I mean, part of me is kind of like, look, fuck you, dude, you kind of deserve it, you're a dick, but it's like you don't go to prison for being a dick, right? So like, I don't know, yeah, I feel like she was done pretty dirty. I think that Alec Baldwin should have been in prison, but no, the prosecution fucked that up because they were idiots who went, oh, this is an open and shut case. I mean, hello, we have video footage of him. They have video footage of him pointing the gun right there at Helena and pulling the trigger. So easy. But guess what? You can't commit Brady violations and expect to just go through with the trial and show off that video footage. No one got to fucking see it. I mean, I guess technically we did when in the Hannah Gutierrez case, but like it's a Casey Anthony prosecution all over again. Hello, idiots! Like, I think if I mean I couldn't do this because I would have to get a college education and like. Don't see that happening, but because as I say, if I were like a law professor, but like that wouldn't happen. But I think a great idea for law curriculum would be to show trials like that, or to show court videos like that. I guess because like that one really, I guess I don't know if you would even consider that a trial because it was like a couple of days of them like arguing about Brady material. But then showing like that and showing the Casey Anthony trial where the prosecution messed up, like, hey, look, this is all the evidence they had, but they didn't present it. And it is because they got cocky, blah, blah, blah. Like if you're going to be a prosecutor, you have to take into consideration that it's not an open and shut case. I don't care how many years you've been doing this, blah, 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 blah. Let's show Thomas Binger being an idiot. Yeah. Why should this case not be tried at all? And also, if you're going to try it like an idiot, here are the things that you shouldn't do. Argue with the defendant about their Fifth Amendment rights and try to use that as evidence of being guilty. This is America, sir. You don't try to use Fifth Amendment, somebody using their Fifth Amendment rights as proof of being guilty. That is you off to North Korea for you, sir. What the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like those are all that kind of stuff would be really good. Good ideas to present to lawyers and show, like, especially lawyers that are like interested in being prosecutors, or I should say law students interested in being a prosecutor. Like, I think that would be a really good stuff for them to see, because it's actually really tragic that so many cases are like that, where like, and notice how all the cases that I talked about so far, it's people who, like, cases where somebody died. I'm like, if you're a prosecutor, you should be taking a case where somebody died very seriously. So a fucking American citizen died, and you don't care. Why? Whether it's a little 2-year-old baby, or it's somebody who immigrated here from another country and has been working here. Actually, was Helena an American? I think she was an American citizen, right? Well, she was married. I think he was an American citizen. The man she was married to, maybe. But I just can't remember if she was like just working, like work visa stuff, or if she actually became a citizen. But somebody died on our soil. You know, so whether it's somebody who came here on a work visa or immigrated here, whether it's a little 2-year-old baby, whether it's what was the other case I was just thinking about, or I was talking about? Oh, my friend Kyle. Yeah, or whether it's somebody defending themselves or anything in between. Why are you treating this like it's nothing? Ashley Babbitt. Okay, listen, I'm going to say something controversial here. She fucked around and found out. But I'm sorry, but it's true. Here's the thing, is that on January 6th, there the footage of like the bad guys, not the bad guys, it was like actually the good guys, like, you know, so that like the American shaman, lectern guy, like all that stuff, they were welcomed into the building, right? So they were like escorted in. Ashley Babbitt was not. There was, on the other side of the building, there were a group of people who were breaking windows and climbing into the building and into parts of buildings that they were not invited into. And honestly, they could have gotten to that part of the building if they would have just walked through the fucking door like a civilized human. But no, they had to be barbaric nut jobs, busting out windows and climbing into parts of the building that they were not invited into initially. She was so she was in I think it was like in a hallway, and there were doors closed that no one opened them for her. Okay, they were closed, and they had windows on them, and there was a security officer, or no, it was a cop. So there was a cop on the other side of that door. He aimed the gun at her, or at them, was like, "Do not come in here. You guys will get blasted if you come in here. Don't do it." She climbed up, busted out the window, and started climbing through that window anyway. Then why didn't she walk through the fucking front door? She could have walked through the fucking front door. None of those people should have been in there. The thing is there are 2 January 6s. Both, like, first of all, neither one of them I even care about. It's whatever happened. But there are 2 different January 6s. One was fine. It was fine. So here's the thing. I mean, this goes back to like proper gun handling and stuff. If somebody points a gun at me, I go like this. Oh, see you later. Bye. So if you understand anything about handling a gun, Like, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I know she went there. And she just wanted to see what was going on. That's cool. She also wasn't busting out windows when people were pointing guns at her and saying, "Hey, you need to fucking get out of here." like, that's the thing is that's the big difference is like, just walk through the fucking front door. Like, that's our building. Yeah, I get it. Walk through the fucking front door. And when you're walking through the fucking front door, if they're like, "No, you can't come in here," then yeah, now we have a problem. But busting it, first of all, breaking the windows, that's our building, not just hers, ours. And I have the right to punch her in the fucking face or shoot her in the head if I want to for breaking out my fucking windows. Why were you doing that? Don't be breaking out the windows of my building. And the thing is like, that's also a situation where it's much better and smarter to fight it later, to walk away and go, you know what, that wasn't cool. We need to fight against that. That wasn't acceptable. But the thing is that like what the people were doing was not acceptable. Breaking out the windows of the building. Like, are we insane? Like, why would we support that at all? Why would we support the vandalism of our building? This is America. I'm proud of this country. I do not support people breaking out the windows of our building. That's not acceptable behavior. Walk through the front door. And I'm very protective of like my own surroundings. So to me, yeah, if somebody comes up to my house and starts busting out my windows, I'm shooting their fucking head off. So don't treat it like it's your own building. It's a shared building. Be respectful and behave like a real American citizen should and walk through the fucking front door. Well, and see, that's the thing, Charles. That's the thing is like, she even like I could even accept the barbaric behavior beforehand of like busting out the windows and climbing in the building or whatever, but like it's the continuing to antagonize when a gun is pointed at you. What are we doing here? And I'll say, like, at the end of the day, honestly, like, I'm not even that frustrated with her behavior. It's just more so like, sorry, dude, you saw that gun pointed at you and you still continue to break the window of that door and start climbing through it. Like, you still, like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you just drop the gun, like, LOL, just kidding. April Fools. I know it's January and all, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, no, a gun is being pointed at you. That's not the time to bust out a window and then climb through the window. She didn't throw up her hands and walk away. But guess who the only person that was shot was doing? Guess what she was doing? She broke the window and climbed through the window. She could have just continued to stand there. Like, I think that the thing is that, like, I guess it's just like, again, whatever, dude. Neither here nor there, but she was on the other side of a door and was told not to go through it, and a gun was being pointed towards her. Well, the crowd, really. It wasn't just her at the time. And she decided this would be look at that gun. This would be the perfect time to actively bust that window out and then climb through the window. And also, I mean, the thing is that my defense isn't, well, she didn't just throw up her hands and walk away. What I'm saying is, the defense is, she saw a gun pointed in her direction and she continued to behave in a violent and aggressive manner. And you're anybody who decides to do that when they're not armed and a gun is pointed at them, you're gonna fuck around and find out. That's just it. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm the retarded one, and I'm smart enough to know, like, hey, by the way, when like someone says, hey, don't do that or I'm gonna shoot you, I just don't do it. No one else did it. No one else did it. Just her. So why was she so much more charged than everybody else that she had to break that window? And when you see the video, it's just like, what? Oh my God, you're told so many times, like, hey dude, don't do that. And you fucking did it anyway. And you see the gun and you're still just like, yeah, I'm gonna keep breaking this window. Cause she had a lot of time. But breaking that window so many times. And didn't think like, oh shit, you know what? That guy's gonna shoot me if I do that. I'm sorry, you're gonna tell me that's not, she was the smart one and she should have kept doing that? So like everybody should just like be super aggressive when a gun's pointed at them? Yeah, Sam, you're completely missing my point. It's not, the windows aren't the point. FBI was provoking people to do it. Now see, like I was saying before, there were 2 different January 6s, and I definitely think that the crazy side of January 6th was definitely I mean, I don't know a whole lot of details about it, but from the little bit that I have heard, it definitely seems like that was planned by not the citizens. You're absolutely right, but man, I hated watching that video. There was so much wrong with all of it. The vibe of the nation is all wrong. I'm worried about what's coming. And I mean, to be honest, the thing is, like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love America. I hate our government. And like, I agree with that for sure. Like, I definitely think like we need to change the trajectory of this country. We need this government, really. Something really big has to change. And I can see why people were very frustrated with that election. And people had the right to protest it. But like, I also, here's the thing. This is the way that I see it. People who protest, whether or not they're protesting something that I agree with, if you're doing it in the middle of the road, you should be run over. Don't care. I don't care. And it's the same thing with that kind of stuff. Like, dude, yeah, go protest. But how are we supposed to take any of that seriously if you're acting like it's a BLM riot? Lighting shit on fire and like what, taking it to that level. Like, you could easily argue that anybody who has protested at a BLM riot is the only way I can. It's not really protest. They're very emotionally charged, and with all the information that they had presented to them, they were very upset with what they were believing. And I mean, unfortunately, rather misinformed, but still, like, just knowing that, like, with the stuff that they had in the information that they had, they were very upset about it. And does that mean that they had the right to light all those buildings on fire? No. Now, granted, I definitely think that, fighting for America being what America is supposed to be is a much more worthy cause than anything else at this point. But yes, we have the right to assemble, and we should do so when we see fit. But doing any of that stuff, behaving in that manner, whether it's vandalizing a building, lighting it on fire, or anything in between. I don't give a fuck about your cause anymore. I don't care. Sorry. Now you're acting like a fool. You're supposed to protest peacefully and you're acting like an asshole. And I just, no matter the situation, if somebody tells you, hey, stop that, and they have a gun, you're going to get shot. And I don't care. Nothing was ever going to change. That said, do you think there's a political solution? I don't know what the solution would be. But I mean, breaking out the windows of the Capitol building, obviously, not effective. I mean, at this point, the government has a complete hold on us, and I don't know. They're too powerful. I'm sorry, but they are too powerful for somebody like me to even consider what the next step is. Like what one is supposed to do in order to change it. Because I'm at the point where, like, I don't even think our votes count. Like, I honestly feel like voting is like just a naughty and nice list. Like you Santa's going to be really nice or really mean to you, depending on how you vote. And that seems a lot more realistic than what our voting system is supposed to be. Because, yeah, voting should be the solution, but how is that supposed to be the solution if it's easily rigged? I mean, I think the only solution is a true revolt. We have to revolt. That doesn't mean you show up unarmed to a Capitol building and start breaking out windows. You get a fucking cannon and a tank and you approach it like a real man. But we all have to be in agreement to it. Like, you can't just be like a handful of us, you know what I mean? But that's the only, like, revolting is the only way that we can do it now. Like, we all have to just get like heavily armed and tell the government, like, we're sick of your shit. Honestly, listen, I kind of feel like I'd be really good at that. So I live in a state where your vote is counted right in front of you. Interesting. I think you're right about the Babbitt situation. It just makes me mad that the girl died. Here's the thing. If it was any other situation at all, we're doing it like anywhere, whether it was like in a public space or what, or I would be like, yeah, that's you asked for it. And if anything, I like to be consistent. I don't like that she died, but I also like, I mean, I also kind of don't care too, but like, if I were to care about somebody dying, yeah, I would care more about her dying than Joseph Rosenbaum. Like, I don't give a shit that guy died. He was a piece of shit. He wasn't doing anything acceptable at all whatsoever. Anthony Huber, don't care. Piece of shit. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about Ashley Babbitt, but at the end of the day, it's just like that particular isolated incident. It's just, and well, don't know what else you expected to happen, right? Like, ooh, like, I guarantee you, if I were to do those exact same things, I would definitely get shot, and like nobody should give a shit. You should all straight up be like, "That's you fucking asked for, you idiot." DS is having his own conversation right now, and I love this. Oh shit, you guys, I haven't looked at my phone at all. Okay, so you guys want to watch me look at my texts? What an idiot! Just oh. Anyway. Yeah, like look at that. Yes. Watch Tony Hawk is about to show up. What? Come on. Wait. He's about to have another hour aside. Who? Oh, wait. Come on. He's live and going full Perry. Wait. What? Oh. Okay. Wait. Can we all tell Perry? Perry Carvalho at PCL to go with the Amazon driver to AA. Let's see here. Wait, so Perry's live right now? Wait. Okay, that's what's happening. Sorry, I was on a tirade. Okay, watch Tony Hawk is about to show up. The fake Tony Hawk guy. Okay. Man, what reading this backwards definitely. Oh man, yeah, that was amazing. Because I for sure like already. It's just so funny how like every once in a while you'll start chatting stuff that I don't understand at all, and so then that actually was coherent. Like I understood that, but reading it backwards, it was like definitely a moment where I'm. I did that one. I did that one myself. I did that to myself. That was not a Oh my god. And you sent me another. You're so sweet, DS. Thank you so much. Sent me another PayPal. That was very kind. Oh, and Chris also sent me another PayPal. Again, you guys are so cute because excuse you. DS, well, I mean, we all know that I have a hard time reading these sometimes. Like right now, I'm like, okay, wait, hold on a second. I just want to read the thing, but it only because I have to read it. You have to read it in a different. There we go. I always click on the wrong part and then I get mad at it. Let's see here. Yeah, Chris, for being an awesome friend. You're so sweet. You guys are so nice. Thank you. Very kind. Okay, my body hurts. We want to see you monetized. Well, like I said that one time, if everyone who subscribed just creates a couple of sock accounts, subscribes with those, and then gotta cheat the system. Saw any road rage stories? I don't know. Let me see. I don't know what I first was typing in there, but it was not no road rage story. But you know what? Here's the thing. I need to promote the email address better because, like I was saying before, I'm not good at wrangling in callers. I have to have someone help me out with that. Like I have to have someone help wrangle in a caller. So I can't do a call-in show until I master that formula, because it's gonna end up being like, like 3 hours of one person on the phone. And yeah, people will definitely get bored with that. So I need to promote the road rage email, so that we can just have people sending in emails. Oh my god, the fan like blew one tiny little hair into my nose, and then it tickled my nose. It wasn't just you, Sam. That's the thing, is like I did it once and then I did it twice, and I was just like, I'm not good at this. It's not like I just realized, like, if anybody were to call in, like, it would just, I do this all the time, even like it's my fault. Like, well, no, okay, it's everyone's fault. But what I was saying is, like, I've been on like Zoom call, like interviews and stuff, where it was only supposed to be like 15 minutes, and next thing you know, it's been 30, and the person's like, I'm gonna be late, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh my god. But like, I also, like, instead of being like, okay, this person has finished the story, so I can go like, great, so this is what happened, cool. Instead, I hear something that they said that I'm like, oh my god, yeah, and then this, right? Like, I'm not good at, and like for them, they're like, oh, I'm on the phone with this person, they're asking me these other questions or whatever, so I'm gonna stay on the phone with them. And so, like, I'm what I'm saying is, like, I'm not good at finding that, like, point of, okay, that they finished the story and now they're Penelope. Like, and now I can go, okay, cool, it's over, they're done, thank you for calling, bye bye, right? Instead, I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds really neat, so like, and then what did you do later that night, right? Like, or or I'll just like have like an ongoing conversation with them about whatever it is that they're talking about. You know what? I don't know how to explain it. Come here, Penelope. Penelope was trying to get into the clutter shelf. Holy shit, it's been 3.5 hours. Okay. Methinks Charles S, you don't know how to do a Discord. You know what? I kind of don't really know how to do a Discord either. But yeah, none of the dogs want to hang out with me. That's cool. What was I saying? Anyway, Discord or something. It's basically like it's like an app with like multiple chat rooms, and it's like it's like multiple chat rooms, but then those chat rooms also have multiple chat rooms. You know what I mean? So like, if you have like, if you're like a part of my Discord, but then also Zia's Discord and also Keanu's Discord, right? You see, like, okay, I'm gonna click on Courtney's Discord, and then in there's like different like categories and like stuff that you can talk about in different chats. And then there's also some little chat rooms, but they're like voice chat rooms and stuff. And so we have that set up because we need to do a movie night soon. I was thinking we should do a movie night maybe this Saturday. I was thinking like maybe sometime one of these days we should do like a marathon Saturday type thing, where we like where we watch the Star Wars. I don't know why I felt the need to say that quietly, but we can watch the Star Wars together. So we can just watch like, we can watch one trilogy in one day. Just It's more complex than I thought it might be. It's not though, because you click on the thing. Voice chat scares me. Mute, just mute. Mute your mic. Just make sure you mute your microphone. Yeah, you're fine. Oh, I'm so tired. And it's like way early for me compared to you guys. Ugh. Because the voice thing is mostly just so that we can all watch the same screen at once. I have to test that out though, because if we're gonna watch Star Wars, it's gonna be on Disney Plus. And apparently they're very bad at like allowing you to share it. Yeah, we should watch a scary movie this weekend. What movie should we watch this weekend? We should have watched one on Saturday. Last Saturday would have been perfect because all the cool kids that have been streaming on Saturdays lately were off doing other shit. Oh man, we didn't even talk to him at all. Lord Vader.
What is thy bidding, my master?
I just want to know what do you want to watch this weekend?
The Force is not with you.
Okay, so he doesn't want to watch Star Wars this weekend, is what it sounds like.
I hope so, for your sake.
Because if I was lying, then that means that he's gonna force choke me. What is happening here? Okay. Sam, yes, the movie suggestion, it has a lot of suggestions in there, and unfortunately, it's a lot for me to comb through. Oh my god. If I'm just trying to find a movie to watch this weekend, like I need to go through it and like separate everything out into like different categories and stuff, and like, because the thing is, like, yes, it's a thread of movie suggestions, and the way I'm assuming it should go is that like then I pick whatever is in that list. But I'm also like, yeah, so you suggest that, so like which one are we gonna watch? So I just need to pull the trigger. Maybe that's what I'll do after I drop Cricket off tomorrow night, or if I can't sleep tonight. Knowing me, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so tired, and then or Pet Cemetery, and I can have PTSD from my childhood. I definitely watched Pet Cemetery when I was a kid. I don't really remember it, but I do remember liking it. But I don't know. Did I like it? I don't know. Whoops. I'm tired until I lay down. Yeah, same. Did you see they're making a new Final Destination movie? I did not see that, but Final Destination might be a good one. So what really gets me into like the spoopy mood is like the classics, but not all of them. So Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like Friday the 13th for sure though. Like that one really, like, I'm like, it's Halloween now. This is Halloween. What's the other one? Oh, I haven't seen any of the Chucky movies in a long time. That was another one that was like on my, like, that this is like the classics. Yeah, I feel like those were the top 3 from when I was a kid that we would watch. the Jason movies, Freddy Krueger and Chucky. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. Well, and that's another thing. So Halloween, you'd think that Halloween would have been on there, but Halloween I actually didn't end up watching until later on. When that what was it? Halloween, what is it called? 2.0 H2O? H2O, I think, with Josh Hartnett. And then I suddenly found out that there was a whole franchise. I'm like, wait a minute, we would watch all these like fucked up horror movies when I was a kid, and we didn't watch that one? That's insane. The Exorcist, that was one. That was one, but I feel like for some reason my brain didn't store it as like one of the classics. I didn't watch it when I was a kid. Not weird. But yeah, like those were like the three, like yeah, for some reason Halloween, and that was like, I feel like Halloween, based on just word of mouth, sounds to me like that was bigger than Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and shit. What do I know? I wasn't alive back then, so but it's just weird to me that we watched all those other ones, but we didn't watch Halloween when I was little. And then but those ones tend to put me in a spoopy mood. Maybe we should watch a Chucky movie. Or we could watch like Evil Dead or something maybe. I'm gonna also have to figure out what I have access to as far as streaming goes, because like I don't have every streaming service, right? So I have to figure out how I'm gonna be watching all these things, because the last thing I want to do is pay a bunch of money for a movie that I don't even like. So I'm gonna have to, let's watch a spoopy movie this weekend. Yeah. And yeah, I'll probably pop back in. I'll try and schedule a little bit in advance, but probably pop back in sometime later this week. Cricket has her appointment tomorrow. I have an appointment Wednesday morning, but it's, I don't know, I think it's only gonna be a couple hours, so we'll see. So I'll sort it out, but I need to go to sleep now. And then let's see here. I got some horror movies I can stream. Okay. Okay. That might work too. I think because I think you should be able to present if I don't, or something. I don't know. Oh no, Charles, get out of there now, and then go somewhere with power. Ugh, stay safe. Don't. Yeah. Oh God, I don't like this. I don't like this hurricane situation. I hope everyone stays safe and we don't have any repeats of North Carolina. Maybe I can share my passwords. Oh my God, but don't do it on the internet. Do it in secret. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. When I finally decide like what I want to watch, I'll like narrow it down to a couple of them, and then we'll see what because I don't want to be restricted to just what I have access to, right? Like, so we'll sort it out. We'll figure it out. We'll narrow it down to a couple. We'll see what's going on. Court is adjourned. Exactly. Yeah. So now, oh my God, I need to get a gavel. Yeah, now I need to get we're gonna have to start watching some court trial. I want to get some body cam footage though. We need to start watching body cam footage because that shit is amazing to watch. I need you guys to see the lady that tried to use a wet wipe as a cell phone. That shit was fucking amazing. Okay. Saw knows the deal. Comment after the show. It helps out. Yeah, keep it going through the algo. Yeah, share my screen in Discord. So we'll sort that all out because I'm sure that was very adorable. All right, sleep good. You know what? I better. Like right now, my eyeballs feel like they have weights attached to them. So actually, it's more like my eyelids. So if I don't sleep well, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. All right, guys. Love ya. I'm glad you were here. And all that. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm not going to be in a minute though, I guarantee you. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm wide awake. Should I do another stream? You know what that sound means, everybody? Oh no, I did it wrong.